Alright, it says we're live, so. Alright. Let me get Discord back up. There we go. Oh, I need to turn my desktop audio on.
I like. Somebody else is able to do this for once. Your responsibility. Hey, so
Right?
so do you happen to have everybody's voices coming through? Do you know that? Do you see a bar moving when I'm talking?
That's
Yeah, desktop audio.
Hello.
Okay, great. Is your audio on there?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. So then we should be good to go. What's going on with the left side of the screen? We keep popping in and out. Oh, you're bringing it. No, never mind. I know what you're doing. I forget that you only have one monitor, so I get it.
Yeah.
So cool. So we're good to go now.
All right.
Go ahead and take this and tweet it out, because this is probably a new. Is this a new setting, or is this the same?
What do you mean, like a new stream?
Link.
I don't know. I gotta check that. 1 second. I'll check it on my phone. I don't know if it's a new link or not, but I'm actually gonna just, I guess, should I delete that old tweet and then just make this one?
All right, so we only got 10 minutes left. Let's go. I just need to run a comb through my hair.
Yep.
You just fall out of bed.
Laying around with my daughter and
Anyone get that? Drag
Also,
the comb across his head.
What?
all
A
right.
day in the life when Paul McCartney starts singing. Woke up,
Who's
fell
Paul
out of bed,
McCartney?
dragged a. What?
Who the hell is Paul McCartney? That
Shut
sounds,
your
that sounds
I've been
like
on
a-
Paul
that sounds like a
McCartney's
made-
plane.
That sounds like a made-up
Okay.
person.
No, it's English singer / songwriter.
No, it's
Part of the
not.
he was part of the Beatles.
No, John Lennon was
You
part
should
of
know
the Beatles.
this.
Jim Harrison was part of the Beatles, right?
Exactly.
No, but I've been on Paul McCartney's plane before though. That thing is fucking enormous.
Really? Jesus.
Yeah, I had like when I was working, I used to work at an airport and I had to refuel his plane and and like put like new stuff in it and get it all ready for the next place he's taking off for, because he had a concert where I used to live in Lincoln.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So I got to see him and check out his plane. The cheapest thing on that motherfucker was Fiji water, bruh.
Oh my god. I can only imagine. I can only fucking imagine.
Yeah, no. My shirt's inside out. Don't judge me.
Shit happens. Oh, maybe I should put on my TV in the stream. Where are we watching this?
We're doing the
Xbox channel.
Xbox one, yeah.
Xbox channel. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit up bro and see if he's hopping on.
All right, I got that tweeted out with a new link.
Nice. Good shit.
I'm sure you do, Matt. I'm sorry,
You better be.
Matt. What are you in Phil Spencer's ass or something?
There we go.
8 minutes coming up behind the scenes of Hot Wheels. Yeah.
I want to. Dude, if this showcase isn't a 90-minute deep dive into the Hot Wheels DLC, I'm gonna be livid.
Oh man,
I'm gonna be.
I
livid.
really want to see that. I'm surprised we never saw anything on the
Halo Infinite?
GoldenEye remaster,
On
Halo
what?
Infinite?
because I feel like the
Halo
GoldenEye. But yeah, Halo Infinite, that's one thing, obviously. But
Yeah.
the GoldenEye 007 remaster,
Oh,
because I feel like isn't
That's
that
been
like, all
leaked
but
7,000
confirmed?
times.
I know, right? And they've had like the whole achievement list and everything, so everyone thought,
Yeah, like a
okay,
new one,
this
like a
is
completely updated
Maybe
one
you
just
see
got
that
leaked.
here.
Yeah, maybe. I'm still
who
here,
knows?
guys.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
gotta
they'll
be
announce
myself.
it. Yeah. I mean, would they even announce anything at this show? I mean, I feel like they're just interviews, right?
well, no. This is like showing stuff for games we already know about.
Yeah.
And technically,
I mean, technically, we
whether
do
they
know
like it or-
about GoldenEye.
yeah, technically, whether they like it or not, we
Yeah.
already know about GoldenEye. So,
Yeah, I'm just maybe it's gonna be a little more low key announcement they want to make. I don't know. Be like, yeah, we'll just tweet
Maybe.
it out one day. I don't know.
Sick. I just had to text J Rock and tell him that we have to reschedule. That did not feel good, and I have to hit up middle-aged gamer guy or Mag, better yet, and I have to reschedule him as well. So I'm not very happy about this right now.
one second.
Video chat.
Is that his Discord
It's
or
something.
That's a
it says
fucking
turn on?
fraud.
It says turn on camera in the
Yeah,
bottom right
yeah.
corner. Once he gets back, he needs to.
Yeah,
Is he
I'm,
gone?
working-
It's
I'm
not
working
even-
on it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
You just have to move that over to the top of whatever you have.
Or close it. I don't know.
Whichever side you have OBS on, just move it to that side so it can never overlap. Overlap.
Matt's
Oh
sabotaging
yeah,
our
I know what you
stream.
mean.
Yeah.
I'm
It's not.
you
It's
do.
not professional.
It's so unprofessional, man. So unprofessional.
I guess you
Hey,
guys
hey,
just
hey,
need to
Blind
kinda
Giant in
get
the
over
pet.
it.
I see Blind Giant in the chat. Hey, fuck you, buddy. Hey. Fuck you, Blind. Good to see you, bud.
Oh my god, my fucking just pulled my. Oh my god, I got a fucking swamp ass. Thoughts?
That's fucking disgusting.
I just got back from a very long walk. I was like, I forgot what time it was, and then something came up, and I had to sit for a little bit longer, and I was like, fuck. So I was like basically sprinting home. It's great.
Why can't I get my camera to come up?
Are you setting up some lights over there?
Hang on my camera.
One light that I need to use, or else it's just darker than all hell in here, and
No.
it's just not it. Unless this is like plugged in. Oh, nice! I don't need this light.
Oh, it worked out.
I don't need you either, bud. Sorry.
You need to chill, bud.
Nope. Mittens for sitting on my
Relax.
TV remote.
There we go. Oh man, that's that fucking light from the window.
Coming up, deep dive, Ara history untold. Good. Good.
Damn, that light is
I-
bright as fuck.
I loved my timeline last night. I was like, Capcom saved This E3, I'm like, dude, they showed you 3 of the same game and another third-person shooter. What are you fucking people talking about? They showed you like 3 Resident Evil games and DLC and then Exo Primal.
Yeah, they
What
didn't
are
even
you
show
people-
like they didn't even show a new Street Fighter 6 character or anything like that.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't know what these people are fucking smoking. I really don't know.
They're
I swear
probably
it's
just-
like every year, Microsoft, if they have a good conference, anything that comes up, everyone has to, oh my god, it's so much better than Microsoft. It's like, dude, what is wrong with you? It's like they have to. It's like like an inherent need to want to like make sure like they feel good for not having that console. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know what's
I
wrong.
don't understand
Oh,
why
yeah, we're
my
live.
camera's not working.
Are you sure? Are they sure they're not just joking? Like, I feel like it's just
No, they're serious. No, they're like really serious about it.
like I thought that'd be like a good joke, but not something that actually be like.
At
oh,
this
yeah,
point,
like,
I don't know
that's
if I can
good.
do my camera because I don't know what the fuck's going on with it.
Oh, I know what's going on. I forgot to tell you, you gotta turn your camera on before you use OBS. So you need to shut
Oh.
off OBS real quick, which is fine. Cut it off, and then you'll be able to turn it on and hop right back into it. You'll just have to hit start streaming again and whatnot.
All right, so I just close.
Hit start streaming again, and it should pop right back up.
Cool.
Dude, holy shit, our stream's behind by like 2 minutes. I think.
That's 1 minute and 45 seconds. It says left for the showcase.
Yeah, that's what I just saw.
There it is. Boom, it's back.
All right, cool.
All right,
cool,
boys, let's get ready for this.
cool.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna
yeah,
pull it
behind the
up
scenes is
on.
Dusk Falls. All right, Microsoft announced the Elite Series 3.
People in the
Did they
chat like
announce something-
Starfield 2.
That
Yeah,
would
Starfield
be nice,
2.
actually.
Halo Infinite 2. I love my stuff, but I
Announce
want to see what you're doing.
do it better.
Oh my god. Don't tell me I can explore, damn it. I just want to go to 3 planets over and over and over.
'Cause
and
are
over
they
and over.
are they really gonna show off even more Starfield games?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Starfield's gonna be here with like out a doubt. Without a doubt.
Because I feel
Then
like
at
they
the
already
same time,
showed
I
a
thought
lot
Valve
in
was
the
gonna be
last
there.
conference. I feel like they showed a lot in the last conference already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the biggest game Bethesda's probably ever made. I imagine they can talk about it for like a straight month.
To be fair, the first time when it was, they're showing it, I wasn't even like paying attention completely because I was like still in like a dreamlike haze when I saw that Persona announcement. I was like, I was like, what the hell's going on? And then the Kojima shit came on, and I just couldn't stand it anymore. I was like, I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, Matt.
Xbox
Once
free.
you get a second screen, you'll be able to have like the showcase that you're looking at right now. You'll be able to have it on a full screen without
Yeah.
it wiping us out. Because that's how I was watching it. I had the stream going on, but I had my whole 32 inch screen able to pick up the.
Yeah.
Right, this shit's
um,
starting in 5 seconds.
Yes, it is. Let's go.
Yo, we're actually gonna see.
Show me
Goldeneye
Halo Infinite 2,
remake?
boys.
Hey, we are a small snippet
Hey.
of Squanch Games, and we are.
Oh, this
here
is the
to
High
tell you
Live,
how
right?
excited
Thing?
we are to be
Mhm.
a
High
part
on
of
Life?
the
Yeah.
Microsoft Games Show Extended.
Game Showcase extended.
Game Showcase Extended. What's the need for the extended? Why add that extra word?
It's
Can
like
is there one that's not extended? And that's why.
we're getting nods. There is a
The camera's saying
And
yeah.
that's just called without the extended.
So that's just called the X.
There's the normal one. I know what this is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell
Hey,
Dre to
look,
come
we're
join
happy to
whenever he
be
wants.
Part of it,
Mhm.
nonetheless.
Oh.
And then once he joins, you'll just have to hit the 5 button.
All right.
Redfall.
Is it saying all these words to you too? Xbox Game Show Extended.
Yeah.
Can
Sorry,
you hear that?
Xbox. What now?
Can you
No,
hear
I
all
can.
this goofy shit?
No.
I don't hear any goofy. Maybe, what stream are you watching?
Are you watching?
know,
Like,
where are
a
you at
Korean? Are you like watching like a? I
You're probably watching like some. You're probably watching some like
I'm
translated
watching-
stream. or
Hell you
something.
doing?
Yeah, I'm watching an audio description
Oh,
version of it.
That's
Fucking-
hilarious.
I was sitting there like, dude, I've never seen this. Showcase. This is terrible.
They're like describing
this is-
every little thing. Guys are walking right now, getting dinosaurs stomping on other dinosaurs.
That's literally what was just happening, and I was just like, dude, like, what is Xbox doing?
It's not a problem for me.
I was literally getting frustrated
Wait for point one.
because they were talking while the other people were talking, and it was just driving me insane.
Good.
You're watching like a stream that was meant for like blind people, I'm pretty sure, or something.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Cat. Jesus Christ, Mittens. Come on. No, you're not running away. Go outside. Go. Outside. That's something.
People were literally. I literally saw one guy say, "Yo, show Persona game." And I'm like, dude, just search it up. The game's been out for years.
Yeah, I know. What? Like, don't waste my time on Persona, please. Like, I mean,
Like, the
cool
game
announcement.
has been out for like over 10 years. Some of those
I want
games.
Persona 3 gameplay.
They're probably
Please search it
going
up
to
on
show
YouTube.
Persona
Some
stuff.
of the most exciting and talked about announcements, as well as gameplay.
It's not like
from
the games have been out
Xbox
for
and
years
Bethesda
already.
Games Showcase
What
just
happened
2
if
days
they were
ago.
like, "I'm
For the first
Aaron.
time ever,
This is
the
Quantum
entire
TV."
showcase was focused on games you can
Oh my
play
God.
for the next 12 months.
Aaron, you saw World of
That'd be
Years
fucking
gameplay
great.
from Redfall and Starfield, and today we've got Bethesda's own Pete
Help me
Hines
welcome
right
Quantum
here to tell us
TV
more.
to the showcase.
Hey, I got
This
Pete
is
Hines
now
right. Pete
developers
Hines is
behind
here.
The brand new Xbox franchise, Our History Untold. Dive into Naraka Blade Point with our partners at NetEase Games, and so much more.
But first, we begin with a special look at how our fans got to celebrate the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase with a message from our very own Phil Spencer.
Yo, Phil.
I love you, Phil.
I love coming to events like this. You can just
You
feel
see
the
him
energy,
signing
people loving to come
titties.
together as a community, their love of video games, the Xbox fans. Just a really special time for everybody, myself included. Gaming has this unique ability to bring people together, whether it's saving the world from the aliens or winning a football game. It's so great.
Cause I gotta do this, sweetie.
I love hearing from people. What did you like in the show? Those conversations with people that are here about areas that they like and areas they wish we would do more, I think that's something that drives us. You saw it in the show today. People said, we want to see more gameplay. And so we said, okay, great. You're going to see a ton of gameplay.
Yeah, I think this is our biggest lineup ever in terms of just diversity.
Dude,
of different
my
kinds of games,
monitor
different kinds of
is on the
teams,
opposite
different
side than
genres.
it's supposed to be, so everything's like
Japanese
counter.
franchises don't always come to
It's
Xbox.
not
We've been
like
working on that.
it's
They want
not
to see
like being
Persona.
inverted.
Good.
It's way
It's,
worse.
important to us. We not only have all the games coming from our internal studios, but also great independent game developers that we work with around the world. So could not be more excited.
Matt
for what we're
Booty.
doing with Kojima.
And he's got this
Give me
really
that
great
booty.
idea for a game. And I want to be clear.
Yeah, they really need to show off GoldenEye Remaster. It's only a matter of time.
Real unique things that he wants
Booty,
to do in the
booty,
game.
booty,
And we
booty.
said, okay, let's go do something together. And I'm just really proud to be in an industry that can be part of so many people coming together.
Console launch exclusive.
Gonna be Doom Eternal.
Rain,
Too much
you
on
gotta
the
hang out there because you were naughty. I don't want to hear you complain about it, sweetie.
I don't think this was at the last one, was it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
What
I
the
don't think
fuck is?
so.
This was not at the
Oh,
last
this
one.
Valheim.
Is it?
I think this is Valheim.
Isn't
Time.
Valheim a side
Time.
scroller?
No.
Oh, I thought it was. Alright.
No.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
might,
Valheim.
this
I don't
might be
know.
it.
The thing is, are all these games coming to
Looks
Game
like it.
Pass?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
This was in
Even
that
the
like.
ones, even the
Yeah,
ones
this is
in the extended
Valheim.
showcase.
Yeah, this is Valheim. Yep.
This is Halo. This is Halo Infinite Season 3.
Oh my gosh.
Just imagine.
This game's really popular though. Like even people that don't like crafting really like this
People
one.
love Halo.
Yeah, what are those? Yeah, do you see those textures though? I don't know. I don't know if there's.
Well, I
supposed
love
to
that.
be
It's an
like
art
that.
style.
That's the art
I
style.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It literally, like I don't know. Just,
Swan, you play Nintendo.
Yeah, I know.
The
I know.
art
Who you'd have
style
thought.
is low quality.
like I mean, it's purposely like
Yeah,
let's
Valheim.
just,
Oh,
PC Game Pass is-
Okay.
Early
And
spring
consoles, and
2023.
consoles.
What?
like, I feel
Yeah,
like you
but
could
early
literally get any
2023.
game, make it look like garbage, and be like, it's an art style, bro.
God.
Twan, it's a good art style. It's like, get over it.
Twan's being toxic.
Bethesda opened the showcase with a dramatic
Persona
gameplay
fan.
demo.
I'm with Twan. It's not.
Howard showing us
They're like,
Something
really, that
about it
actually looked like it was
on the
just.
way it looks.
I
All
looked
right,
like
shush,
a
everyone.
plastic, like,
Shush, I want to hear what this guy's saying.
Expansions for Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76.
Oh,
Here to
God,
break it all
Fallout.
down for us is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Pete Hines from Bethesda. Pete, how are
Dude,
you?
they cut to
Great,
Pete
good to
Hines
see you.
and he
Good
looked
to see you as
disgusted.
well. So about a month ago, you announced trailers for both Redfall and Starfield. So I wanted to give you a chance to tell us a little bit about the decision-making process for that.
Absolutely. Look, with all the time that goes into a game, it would be foolish to rush it out the door before it's ready. I think we have continued to sort of examine how we think about games and making sure that they are going to meet our players' expectations. Obviously, the last 2 years have really challenged us from a development standpoint. How we work now largely remotely, while a lot of our folks are not back in the office. And, that has an impact. I also think we've been thinking about things like release dates and when do we give those out and how do we make sure we give one out that we actually hit and don't have to change later. So it's not something we undertake lightly, but at the end of the day, I think what our fans expect, what Xbox fans, what Bethesda fans expect is a high quality game, and we want to do everything we can to give our teams the time to fully realize the games they're making.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's all about, right? Like delivering an amazing experience for the players out there. And so, speaking of games, we're just going to jump into it. We're going to start with how the showcase started with
Sounds good.
Redfall. Now, before we even get into the game, Arcane's making the game, and I want you to talk a little bit about the pedigree of Arcane, just in case people don't know.
Sure.
These folks over there, they're doing their thing.
Arcane Studios is known for really amazing, immersive sims. They do any number of things. If you play games of theirs, Dishonored 2, Prey, there's a lot of common threads you'll find in them. They create really amazing, believable worlds. I think that's a big part of their game is when you're in Dunwall or you're up on a space station in Prey, that it feels believable. There's a reason why things are the way they are. They're also a big believers in systems-based as opposed to scripted. So they really embrace player freedom and sort of giving players the tools
doesn't
to
exist
decide,
right now.
You figure out how you want
Basically
to
not.
complete this mission or get through
I
this
guess that's
area. We're not going to tell you how. We're just going
the
to
deal
give you
hasn't run out
tools
yet, I guess.
and then give you the freedom to go and do.
Not at
But
all.
there's great characters
I
and
wonder how long
interesting
it's- I thought
story.
it was
They bring
only
a
like a
lot
year,
of different
right?
elements
Or
and then really
I guess
let
it's
you
Yeah, that's what they said about. That's what they
That's
said
the
about
hope.
Final Fantasy.
Exactly.
I know.
That's the
Look
hope.
how where we are right now.
The fact that Arcane is
Yeah.
making
I wouldn't be
that
surprised.
Sony,
super
who knows?
important now. How similar or
it might be 2
dissimilar would you
years.
say this game, Redfall, is from the other
I
Arcane
mean,
games?
look, on the surface, it's a first-person shooter that you can play solo or with, up to 4 players. And so immediately you might say, well, it's not a single-player game, so it must be wildly different. And don't get me wrong, there's absolutely ways in which it is different. But I think when folks play the game, and even when they see more of the game, I think they'll start to see all of those things about an Arcane game that they love and appreciate. Why it's won multiple Action Game of the Year awards for Dishonored 2, is their ability to bring all of those things together, really high level of polish, and let folks experience it. And so I think all of those things we talked about. If you want to play a game by yourself and get a great Arcane story, you can absolutely do that in Redfall. But you can also do things that you haven't been able to do in an Arcane game, like experience it with friends and find out sort of how the whole can become greater than the sum of the parts, like playing it off of each character's abilities. You saw some of that in the demo that we showed. I think the more that people appreciate that, you almost are going to want to try and play Redfall a couple of different ways. You might want to play it by yourself a little bit, play it with others, and it's a game that allows you to do either or both of those things, however you see fit.
I'm glad you talked about playing with friends because I'm taking applications for friends to help me get through Redfall.
Can I put my name on that list? I'm down to a little...
Pete said that so subtle.
Pete,
keep me on that list.
all right,
we
we're
need to
gonna
go
do it.
explore.
Can I
That's
please
hard
be
to
your
I
friend?
can't wait for that. And so let's talk a
Man,
little bit
I just
about
want.
the
I just
game.
don't want a trailer
Now,
where there's just
between
they
the
have those
trailer
people that
we
are
saw last
pretending
year,
they're
the reveal,
playing
as well
with
as
each other.
this one that we
Like
just
in
saw,
Anthem.
I've
Yeah,
put
don't
Redfall
let's do
reminded
this.
players
I don't
of
want
co-op
one of those
shooters
trailers
like,
right now.
Left 4 Dead,
I
for
don't want
example.
one of those.
What
Please
makes
don't.
Redfall unique?
Again, it's one of those things like if you watch just like combat footage, you might look at Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood or any of these things and go, oh, I see multiple characters facing a bunch of enemies and so it's the same game. But I think that would be doing a disservice, that it's all of the things that take place in between the combat as well as the combat itself, sort of combining different skills and abilities in the way that you do, you know, Layla dropping down an elevator using her powers that Jacob can use to get up top on a roof and provide cover. You know, you have different characters who play roles
I hope they
really
make
well.
that
How you
elevator
choose
able
use
to shoot you
Rebone,
higher than
the
that.
robot, all of those things come
Yeah.
into, again, allowing the players not to say, here's a set of rules and you can only use, like, no, here's just
What if they're
some
gonna show
stuff
any new?
that you can go
This is.
off
I'm
into
pretty
this
sure we saw all
amazing
this.
sort of dynamic
Same
Yeah, we
player,
did.
right?
world
I don't
and
think
sort
they'll
of
show
experience
anything
and explore
Yeah,
for
they'll
yourself.
probably.
Come
They
back the
probably
next
showed
day
what they wanted to
and
show
it'll
already.
look
Yeah,
and
exactly.
feel
That's
like
what I'm
a
worried
different
about
experience,
Starfield. They'll
even
probably
though
just
you're
gonna
in the
talk about
exact
and
same
show
part of the
what
game.
they
I
already
mean, I
showed
think
us.
those are the
Or...
kinds of things that Arcane does that really bring
Oh, they
that
can talk
sort of
about
extra
Starfield all they
special
want with
element
me.
that makes their game so compelling.
Yeah, compelling and fresh.
I mean, they already
So I'm
showed a
excited
lot
for
with
Redfall,
Starfield.
and you said it here for everyone to see that we're going to be playing together. So I'm going to hold you to that. We got
Absolutely.
the proof. All right.
Can't wait.
Awesome. So let's talk about Elder Scrolls Online.
Mhm.
Now, I wanted to talk about the team philosophy because I hear that the team is actually banned from saying things like, now is the perfect time to
My
play.
least favorite saying is there's never been a
no.
better time to play a game. Like, we all say that. Yes, games always get better. We
man.
know that. The thing that we love about where Elder Scrolls Online is going is their ability to continually refresh the experience for players, provide new experiences like going to High Isle, a place they've never been in an Elder Scrolls game. It does a lot of things like story and intrigue. There's a lot of politics in High Isle, different factions and the conflict that's going on there. And again, a way that you can jump in and play by yourself and experience it by yourself, even though it's an MMO. But the real special sauce of Elder Scrolls Online is our amazing community. They're so welcoming. They're so helpful. You know, if you need a little bit of help, if you need a lot of help,
They're there for you.
they're there for you to help explain, to, you know, to make sure you have a fun experience. And honestly, like that
But
is
you make a
such a
fun
huge
game.
part for an online game of creating an environment where anybody, no matter whether you just started playing or you've been playing for 8 years, can have a good experience no matter how you decide to engage with it.
I love that you mentioned that. Community is as you mentioned, is such a huge part of any online game. And so for players who may not have played Elder Scrolls, who are, like you said, looking to jump in, to know that they have that community backing them, that's going to help them guide them in their journey is super exciting. So, but I want to talk about Fallout a little bit.
Okay.
Huge milestone recently, 25 years of Fallout. It can rent a car even now. At this point, right? We're talking about it. All right, so this has to mean something super special to the team.
Absolutely, and look, we are as aware of anybody. Like this franchise did not start with Bethesda. It's one that we took on along the way, and our intent is not just to pay homage to like Bethesda Fallout. Like, no, we mean all Fallout, because what this series has done, what it meant to us as players when we went and played those games, played the original Fallout, Fallout 2. And then
Isn't
what
the original
franchise
Fallout like
become,
turn-based?
Sort of growing and
Yeah.
finding
Yeah, it's
Fallout
like
1 and
it's
2.
like a
new
top-down
audience with
kind
Fallout 3,
of
Fallout 4,
experience.
Fallout New Vegas, Fallout
Which
76
is
is something we
exactly
really
why
want
they
to
should
celebrate.
remaster
And
and
honestly,
remake it.
you know what's going on in Fallout
But
76
if they would
with
remake
the
it, would
pith
you want
and
them
your
to remake it
ability
in
to
first person or
continue
just
to
keep
push
that
the
same style?
boundaries
in
in
Oh,
first
terms of,
absolutely.
like,
That'd be
First dash
incredible.
there,
I would love
story
to.
and meaningful player
Yeah.
choice, and as you're
Yeah,
going
why would you
along,
want to
making
remake it and
decisions that
keep
kind
all
of,
that?
Maybe they want to be
matter
authentic. I
and
don't know.
impact
I mean, if that's the
it
case,
is
then just
important to the
remaster it, make
evolution
it
of
like
Fallout
4K or
76, and
something
just
like
honestly
that.
Let's make
how
it
far
clean,
that
I
game
guess,
has
yeah.
come from its launch.
But I mean,
Like,
like they can make it the
keenly
same, but with
aware
more
of
quality of
that
life
launch went,
improvements,
but
you
we are
know.
also
But it's still the
keenly
same.
aware of
That's
You know.
the
great for
incredible
people who
amount
want to
of
play
effort and
that.
dedication from all of the teams across
Right?
That's
Bethesda
right.
to
Those
say,
stations
like,
play
we
Wasteland 3.
believe
It's
in
better
this
anyways.
thing, and
So
Exactly.
man,
Play
I'm
Wasteland
assuming
3 if that's what you like.
they want and the kind of
so I'm assuming you
experiences
have
that
no
they
interest in
want,
playing
and
the
where
original
Fallout
Fallout 1 and
76
2
is
in the
now is
original
truly
form.
No.
I'm
remarkable when you go
assuming.
back
Not
and
at
look
all.
at sort of where we were and how far we've come,
I mean, if
and honestly how
Wasteland 3
much
didn't hit,
cool
that's
stuff
just
is
a
in
modern
store in the
version of
pit.
it.
It's going to be super fun.
Excited to jump in, and
probably
again,
not.
that's one of those things that I'm sure you guys attribute to the community, giving that feedback.
You know, that 76 community, again, not just in the game, but what they do for,
Let's let
for
Fallout
each other, to
76
support other
please.
folks in the community, what they have done to raise funds
Nope.
for worthwhile causes.
Or give it a
Like,
next
it's
gen
not just
update.
an
I don't fucking
amazing
know. Do
group of
something.
gamers, it's an
Fallout
amazing group of
76
human beings.
is going to be
honestly
like
one
the
that
Halo
we're
Infinite.
honored to interact
Of
with
Fall.
and
It's
be a
going to be
part
like
of.
a
I love
10-year
that, Pete.
plan,
Before you make me
and
cry,
you're
we're
never
gonna
going to
move
see
on.
another
Starfield,
Fallout until
right?
that 10 years
All
is
right,
over.
so let's talk about it.
Let's-
Starfield
Ugh.
ended the show.
Oh my
I
God,
gotta
please
say,
no.
watching the trailer, breathtaking. It's one of those things from the different locations.
It's funny because
and
that's
just
probably like
seeing the
exactly
difference
what's going to
between that moon versus the populated
Yeah.
city. Just amazing. The dog fighting, just everything. Was
I mean,
so
how
good.
long?
So
How
he
long
really
did we have to
outdid
wait for
himself.
It's
Fallout
one of
4?
those
That was
things
like a
about
pretty
Bethesda
long
games,
year
the
gap.
studios game that
From
I
Fallout
always
3 to
love,
Fallout
and
4?
it's been the case.
Yeah, but that
honestly,
was
since,
only like
I worked on Morrowind and
years,
Oblivion and
maybe
all those
3
games
years,
that
4.
we talked about. And
From
every
3
for
to
every
4. I feel like it
single
was a
one.
lot
You
more than
cannot
that.
pin people down to
Because
earth
New Vegas was
about
2010
this,
or 2011, I
because it's
can't
not
remember.
like ultimately what those games
And
are
Fallout 4 was
massive
2015.
sandboxes where they give players just ridiculous
So Fallout 3
amounts of
Fallout
freedom
3
to
came out in
say,
2008,
you
right?
go figure out
Yeah, but then
what
there was
kind
New
of
Vegas.
game you want to play and what kind of
I know, but
experience you want
I
to have,
wanted to count
because
the mainline
that's what this
ones.
game is about. It's not us prescribing
And
saying,
Fallout 4 was
you have to do
2015, so it
these
was a
things
pretty
in order, like, no,
big
it's
gap.
about creating this huge sandbox with
So
over
I
1,000
don't know. I mean,
planets
like
you
you
can
know, because it's
completely
like the
explore and
core
say,
studio,
but you don't
right? I
have to.
mean,
Like, it's
Fallout
entirely up
New
to you to
Vegas
figure
was
out
developed by
what is
Obsidian,
fun
I'm
for
pretty
me.
sure,
Do I
right?
want story? Do I want to join factions? Do I want to, build outposts and gather resources to build more cool stuff? The team really puts all of those tools in the player's hands and step back and says, now it's time for you to tell the story of Starfield, which is your story, which is going to be different than mine, which
Talking
is going to be different
Starfield.
than everybody else's. And I think that's really where the magic of a Bethesda Game Studios game happens.
Speaking about the scope of everything, Todd said that this is what an epic RPG is. What does Bethesda define an epic RPG as?
I think, again, it's sort of leaning into, look, there's a lot of folks who take a lot of different approaches on what does an open world mean. And Bethesda Game Studios always pushes themselves to the
I'm
most
hearing the
freedom and
audio of the
least
actual
Yeah, is the
limitations,
sound
stream through
getting
someone's
weird?
mic.
the items in the world are all
Yeah, I was
real.
hearing it
You
through
walk
someone else's
into a
mic.
store and there's a bunch of
Yeah,
weapons.
now
Yes,
I'm
Mike.
hearing
That's
more
not just
now.
art on a countertop.
Mics.
Like, you could pick those up. You could steal them and run out of it. You can create chaos. Like, we don't want to put too many limits on what the player is or isn't allowed to do. We love it when players say, I wonder what happens if, and then they try it. And then they get to see, like, oh my Lord, chaos ensued and it was insanity. Everybody was shooting at me. And like, that's, I think, the beauty of Bethesda Game Studios and the number of ways that they push for you to explore that, right? It's not just one, it's you could spend thousands of hours doing nothing but shit
Nothing
building,
but
and, like,
shit
focus
building.
that as all you're about, and that's okay. But you could also
Just
be
building
about
shit.
exploring every planet
Oh,
and
yeah.
finding all of the good, and that's okay. Or you could just play the main story and be like, I want a kind of experience that I'm guided through so that I kind of get to see stuff, and I might stop here and there. Oh, there's a cool side quest that I got, but I want something that sort of leads me through, because I'm a little, it can be a little daunting to say you can go do whatever I want. Like, ooh, I don't know what I should do. So some folks want a little bit of a guided path or to understand where the fun is, and no approach is wrong. Like, for me, that's epic, because it says we aren't putting any limits on what you can or can't do. We're going to set you loose and just sit back and watch the beauty that you create with your own stories and the way that you solve problems or choose to spend your time in this world.
Yeah, I imagine for some
I
people it
love
could be
that. And
overwhelming, right?
what
It's
you
like, where the
said
hell do I even
about,
start?
those moments that.
Well, you heard it all over Twitter.
Yeah,
Everybody
those are some of the
complaining.
best moments if I think back
Yeah,
to
for
Yeah,
some
especially
Oh
like
my
a lot of
God,
people.
1,000 planets. Oh
Yeah, I
no.
see. Yeah, I see
For
some
some
people
people,
more
it sounds like
disappointed
it's a
that
lot
there's
of
more
people.
than.
find it. So I
Yeah,
think
for I
that's
see.
gonna be
Yeah,
one of
it
those
seems like
We
most
talk
people
about
are
that a
more
lot, that
disappointed
sort
if
of
there's
water
1,000
cooler
planets.
moment. Like,
You know,
come in
Which
the
is
next
just-
day
which
and
is
you talk to
just
everybody about what
dumb.
you did, and you were like,
That
wait, I did that
disappoints you.
quest,
You're
but I did this
dumb.
completely different thing, and you sort of start
because
to
I feel like
appreciate
those extra
all of
planets
the
are just
choices
extra
that you could
content
have
at the end of the
made.
day,
You
right?
didn't even
Exactly.
realize were an option. Like, oh, I didn't even
Like, I'm pretty
really
sure
think
that
about doing
I
that. Like, oh yeah, I
I
just
seen
ran
a
in and
fantastic
stole
thing
his ship
somebody
and
said. They're
shot all of
like,
his crew
dude,
members and
after
took off. Like, you
Skyrim,
can do that. Like,
could
oh,
you
yeah, you can do
imagine
anything.
all
Like,
the
I
mods
think
that
that
people
is
could put onto these
Oh,
planets
boy.
and like
Bethesda Game
turn a
Studios
naked
game,
planet
and
into a
when we say
busy
epic
planet?
RPG, we mean
Yeah.
all of the stories, all of them.
All right, you just gave me some ideas for stealing people's ships.
Because the thing is,
so I
though,
appreciate
I'm
that.
pretty sure like
That's gonna
that
be top
that
on the list
main
to do in
galaxy or
Starfield.
whatever
Now,
in
we saw quite a bit of combat
and what's it
action
called
in
in
the game.
Starfield, it's
That
probably gonna be
seems
like
to
the
also
story
be
one,
in
right? And there'll
addition to
probably be the
exploring
extra
and
shit,
everything,
right?
that
And that's
seems
the
to be
1,000
another
planets
huge
or whatever.
focus of the game.
Absolutely. I
So
mean,
I'm not sure how it's
look,
gonna be structured,
if
but I
you
imagine
look
it'd
at a
be
game
something like
like
that.
Skyrim, which like everybody's played Skyrim at this point, it can, a combat is a big part of that. Unless you decide it's not. Like, if you're one of those folks that says, actually, I'm going to do the alchemy thing, and I just go off and pick flowers and make potions and like live another life in another world this way, then combat isn't part of it. But look, we know in an epic RPG, there's always
Ugh.
bad people, they, shooting at you. Sometimes you got to return fire, and there's a lot of fun to be had there. And so, providing a lot of different skills that sort of determine how good you are in combat, combined with all the different weapons in the game, and then you layer in ship combat and all of these other things, it starts to sort of paint a picture of just how broad or how deep the rabbit hole goes.
It's going to be so impressive. And you touched on it a little bit, and I want to talk about it because this was when I'm watching the video, the demo, what I saw, and it really caught my eyes around the ship. It's not just getting in the ship and that's your ship. There's so much behind it. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, like every ship is customizable to the nth degree, and not just like cosmetically. I want my ship to look like this or look like that. Though obviously that's totally a thing that you could do if all you care about is cosmetics. But it goes much deeper than that in terms of like what kind of shields you have, what kind of weapons you have, like what kind of ship are you building? What do you want it to be good at? What trade-offs are you willing to make or not? And then the other part of it is, of course, well, you can't just like it's a spaceship. Those aren't cheap. So you have to figure out like how am I going to do this? Where do I get the resources to build this stuff? What kind of skills do I need to level up to improve different parts of my ship beyond
I'm gonna have myself muted, guys.
Without those skills. So there's a lot of again choices in terms of you get to decide that how much you want to put into that or not. Do you just want to give somebody money for the parts that you want? Do you want to build it? All of those things are sort of part of the fun of deciding how much do you want to interact with this and how do you want to interact with it.
Absolutely. I mean, just as you mentioned, the scope, the level of player agency, something that I feel like is going to just make Starfield such a special experience. So between Redfall, ESO, Fallout 76, and Starfield, you all are just killing the game.
We got a few games coming out.
It's going to be so great. Pete, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm guessing that is this with Starfield
we'll
now?
hear from our friends around the world, including Squanch Games, Obsidian Entertainment, Playground
At least
Games,
they got that out of the way
Xbox
for the start.
Fans like you.
So,
but first, let's hear from the
I always feel
creators
like that's
of one
something
of
that
the
they
world's
usually
most
say for
popular
last,
battle
but
royale
I don't
games.
I don't think that would have been a good finale.
Hey, Starfield's always a good finale.
Yeah, but that wouldn't have been.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, what can you? I mean, nobody's really expecting anything really new to be announced.
We are glad to share
Exactly.
Naraka Bladepoint,
So.
a unique online multiplayer.
What, do you really think they're gonna
action
announce
game
something at the end of
with
this thing?
players
No,
all
I
around
don't
the
think they
globe.
will. But they might show
As a
something
NetEase
that's
studio,
anticipated that they have shown
24
before.
Entertainment is joining
Right,
hands
maybe,
with
yeah.
Microsoft to bring Naraka Bladepoint to console.
Okay, so this is that
first time.
battle royale
You
game.
can
I'm
play the
pretty
game
sure,
on
right?
Xbox Series X and S, as well as
He looks like
next
Kojima's
week.
nerdy cousin.
We're also joining Xbox Game Pass.
Because Kojima already isn't a
platform with
nerd.
huge player base and a vast
Well,
player base.
he's a
That's
nerd, but he
Arcane.
got a whole lot of
Naraka has
swag.
been so well
That's
received on the
Arcane.
PC
You're
platform.
talking about,
I am so grateful to
Hey,
the
I said
players
that looked
for
like
their
his
love and
cousin.
support.
right?
As a competitive survival game incorporating a lot of action elements, Naraka features a range of characters with unique personalities. Each hero draws from different civilizations and cultures. Battles allow for a great degree of strategic play.
But is this
You've
not
got a
also
wealth
coming
of
on
melee
PS5
and
as
ranged
well?
weapons
Or?
to choose from, and a vast
I
Never.
think
battlefield
it, I
with
think it is,
interactive
but
elements to
Oh,
explore.
it could be.
I think they announced it
Perhaps
before
you'll engage your foes in
Xbox
samurai
even
combat,
announced it. But
katanas
Oh,
at the
yeah.
ready,
it's funny that it's
The
coming.
Xbox
Persian
exclusive.
assassin techniques,
I think it's
and
funny that
strike from
Xbox
afar.
is getting it first.
With your grappling
Because
hook,
I know there's
you
actually
can
something
fly
that I
between
heard.
temple walls
Apparently,
across bamboo
there's like a
forests.
platform embargo for the
Beyond
next 2
solo
days.
endeavors,
Once they announce the
can
games
also
on
partner
their
up with
stream,
friends
then they
and
have
use
to. They
group
can't announce any other
flagging
platforms
their
after
foes.
those 2 days, from what I've heard.
That's
or something
Naraka's
like that.
underlying design philosophy.
I'm not sure if that's true,
That you're
but
unchained and have the freedom
Hope it
to
is.
choose how you play.
Come on,
Collect
Swan.
soldiers
That
to
ain't
change how you
real.
Transform your katana strikes.
people have been
and
saying
make
that
your
because of the
cannon
whole,
a weapon
with
of mass
Persona
destruction.
and I think it was that
Each
other
hero
game,
can be
the
customized too.
Wulong.
Whether you want
That's
Yeah,
Russian
well,
Dynasty
that's
game,
already
I
been
think.
announced.
Warrior,
PS5.
or cast fireballs as a sorcerer. The choice
I think
is
I'm
yours.
pretty sure I saw it was announced PS5.
We can't forget to mention our unique face customization system too. You'll
Doesn't matter,
never
though,
need to
'cause it's a
worry
bad
about
console.
running into a doppelganger on the battlefield, because you're able to edit your hero's features
No,
to
Phil
your
Spencer.
heart's content. You can even
Oh, nice,
recreate
they're
your
making
favorite
Phil.
faces. As we approach Naraka's first launch anniversary,
That was actually pretty funny. I'm
we're
not gonna lie.
introducing a brand new weapon.
Yeah, you made me
Twin
giggle a little bit.
Blades, releasing together with the Xbox and Game Pass editions. Twin Blades
That
strike with
is
the speed of a
ridiculous.
raging tempest and sweeping blows. We've seen similar weapons in other games, but here in Naraka, it comes with a style all its own.
Make Jim Ryan.
Charging up
Yeah,
strikes is
imagine.
usually
Oh,
a
man.
high-risk,
Daddy Jim.
high-reward move.
If we were gonna have a
Twin
field day
Blades,
with that
you can
customer,
charge
that
up while
character
moving
creation
and keep
thing.
your momentum as you unleash a flurry
Should
of
make this a
combos
Hideo
on foes.
Kojima.
Yeah.
Since its release, Naraka Bladepoint has launched its own faction clash game mode with Omni's Nightmare and the thrilling limited time mode Shadow Surge. There have been many casual modes to play as well, but our community has eagerly asked for a campaign mode. We're always listening to our player base, and we're happy to announce that the wait is over. Players will see the first chapter of our campaign mode. Form teams of 3 to
Can't
take
that's
on
alright.
new
That
enemy
sounds
types
interesting.
and massive bosses.
Campaign.
Disarming a boss won't be as easy as disarming another player though. PvP and campaign mode are two entirely different games.
I hope Too Big isn't listening to this. I hope he is he's only reading the subtitles since, you know,
We are also working on an
Yeah.
Xbox
English
One
doesn't
update.
convey the
We
right
hope to see
feeling,
more
right?
players join Naraka later
That's
this year.
true.
Naraka is launching on Xbox
Fucking
Series
anime
X and S
weeb.
and Windows Store on June 23rd.
Too Big
And it's
definitely is a
included
weeb.
with Game Pass at launch day. Now's your chance to dive into the world of Naraka Blade Point.
This game's gonna run at 12 frames on Xbox One.
Let's go.
Oh,
Is
man.
it? Oh my god, it's on
Oh,
Xbox
is it?
One?
Yeah, it's coming on Xbox.
Yeah, they said they're
One.
developing an Xbox One version.
Oh
That's
my
hilarious.
god. God bless them. Okay, we saw this
Yeah, this is
yesterday. I remember the Oxide games name.
History is filled with moments of greatness.
Yeah, I think it's the same trailer. I think.
Some well known, some lost to time. But what about the history that could have been if you were its architect?
I'm still uninterested in this game.
How would you
Yeah, same.
shape the world?
I've
What new stories
never
would you tell?
particularly cared for these types of games.
What was this game supposed to?
It's
I
like
forgot
a
what this was supposed to
civilization,
be.
like Civ
So
6
Civ,
or
okay, yeah.
Humankind or whatever that other
Yeah.
game
Yeah,
was.
it's Aura.
How would you lead them
Yeah,
in
that's what
this
it is.
new world?
I mean, I just want to punch and shoot things.
History is filled with moments of greatness. But these will be yours.
Well, that's right. We still haven't heard anything about Stalker 2. Well, who knows when that's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, who really knows? Because I know that did resume development, but
I'm excited to welcome our friends from Oxide Games for a closer look at their historical grand strategy game for PC.
oh, they're gonna talk about this for
Aura
like 20 minutes,
History
I think.
Dan, Michelle.
This is a good
thank you
time for me to
joining
use
us
the
today.
restroom.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta take a
Across
piss.
the entire studio, we are really excited to be here and finally be able to talk about Aura.
I mean, we all are excited too. You just had the world premiere 2 days ago for Aura. And I have to say, I'm a really, really big history fan. I love me some history. So I've been looking forward to talking to you two about this. Now, we all know this is not your first strategy game, but the vision behind Aura is so ambitious. So tell us more about it. And also for those who are new to Oxide Games, we would love to hear more about the studio as well.
So Oxide Games was founded 9.5 years ago in my basement, actually, from the development leads of Civilization 5.
Was
And
that
our
a
goal
threat?
is to push strategy games to the next level.
And what's really great about working on a new IP is that you don't have kind of these previous expectations that a sequel would have. And so the sky really was the limit, and we got to really take the genre to a new space. And we really hope that not only will fans of strategy games like this, but people who've never played a strategy game before will find something they love as well.
You're absolutely taking it to the next level. I think I saw like a drone was in like the 18th century or something like that. It's very, very fascinating. And I think that like, if you're someone who really enjoys history, it's bringing like all of the worlds together, all the periods of time together. And that's a grand vision in itself. So how does the vision of Aura impact the player experience within the game?
So one of the kind of big things we wanted to do with Aura was really explore how to make the game less about finding that optimal strategy, that optimal path, and really bring in ways to make it more meaningful to the player, make it unique to themselves. So what are different kinds of choices we can bring to the player so that when
Here we
you
go.
play, it's the same thing when I play, and yet we can both be competitive together? How can we do things to really impact agency and expression and really let you express your values and your play styles through the different mechanics in the product?
And Dan, what about you?
Oh,
How does the vision
Need a
impact the overall experience?
So one of the big things that we
I think it's safe to say none of us care about this, right?
We wanted
Yeah.
the expression of the game to
Pretty
manifest
much.
itself.
I was wondering, like,
in a
what's
way
the
that
like,
was
what's like
feel
the most,
authentic
the
and
worst stream
cool.
you've
So
ever
we spent a
seen in your
lot
life,
of effort
where it was like, this
on
is so
making sure that
boring,
the
and you
choices
just
that you make
was like,
are expressed
Well,
in a
I
visual way,
mean,
and so you're going to see
there's been a few
citizens
state of
doing
plays,
things
like the Gran
that
Turismo
reflect
state
the
of play,
choices that
which
you've
was
made.
pretty,
And this is actually really challenging.
pretty
So
terrible.
one of the goals when we found
I have a feeling I won't be the
Oxide was
biggest
to
fan of
not
this
tell
one,
the
but it's a
designers,
deep
you
dive.
get
So it's like,
yeah. I mean, this is
can't
like a
pretend
special
that I
kind of
didn't know
thing.
that
it's
going.
just
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah.
And And so it was a very large
I mean, I'm watching this
technological
because I'm
constraint from doing
hoping
something
that,
like that. But we have our own
maybe we hear
proprietary
about
engine
stuff
that
we didn't hear
allows
about
us
at
to
the other
really
show.
bring
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
alternate Earth
That
to
we're
life.
so excited for.
I think that's the beauty,
Yeah,
right?
but I
Because
kind of
in
went in this
history, the good
expecting
thing
that it
about
was just
learning
going to
history
be
is that you
people
learn about
talking about
culture,
things I
you
don't really
learn
care
about
about.
stories, you
Like
learn
this,
about
for
things that
example.
are probably
Yeah.
brand new to your eyes. But
And
the
what
way
else?
that Ara
I think the
helps
worst
you
stream by far that I've ever
remix,
watched was
reimagine,
that
and rewrite
Sonic birthday
history
party.
is
I
a
think it
beautiful
was
sight
like
to
a
see.
Sonic
And I'm excited to get
birthday
my
stream.
hands on it, and I'm sure
Yeah, there was like
everyone
a
else is
Sonic
too. So let us
it
know
was
where can
it
we
was
learn more
a
about it,
celebration
and
for the
when
anniversary. I think it was the
can we get our
20th,
hands
5th
on it? 'Cause
anniversary.
I need it today.
And oh my
So if you
gosh,
head
it
over
was
to the
like the
website, you
stream
can
didn't
sign
work
up for
at
the
the
Insider
time. There was like
program,
audio
which will give you a
buzzes.
chance to
Like
join
there
the
was just
technical
long
alpha
stretches
and play
of
the
like
game
the
later
audio
this
not
summer,
working
which
at
is super
all.
exciting because we've been
And
playing
even
it
then,
for
nothing
all
really
night.
happened. And they only announced like 2 games, and it was like one at
Dan,
the beginning,
Michelle,
one at
thank
the
you
end, and the
so
whole
much
show
for
was
giving
like 3
us the
hours long.
lowdown on Ara. Really appreciate it.
I was
Thanks
like
for
I
having
was
us.
like dead by the end of
Grounded
it.
is finally
And my
leaving
friend I was
early
watching with, he had
access
to
and
just quit. He's
moving
like,
into
screw, I
full
can't watch
release
this
with a
anymore. He just
highly
left.
anticipated story mode. Here's Adam Brennicky
But
and
it was a
Eric
beautiful train
Dorabella
wreck,
from
though.
Obsidian Entertainment to tell us more.
Obsidian?
You could
All I
tell.
heard
You
was
could even
Obsidian.
tell every.
I'm
You
pretty
could
sure
tell
it's
everyone
grounded.
was just
Okay, it's
winging it
grounded.
too.
What can players expect?
I mean,
from
I
the
kind of
1.0
care a bit more
launch
about this
of
game, though,
Grounded?
at least.
The
So.
big one, of course, is going to be a complete game, and that means story, right? You know, from beginning to end, you can play through, you know, why are you here? Who
Mhm.
put you
Yeah,
here?
exactly.
And how are you going to get home? And I think those are like the big questions.
This is
that
mainly just a
people are asking
multiplayer
about
thing, right?
Grounded.
Yeah.
Originally, we really just wanted to make a survival game. And one of the jokes was, hey, what if we did backyard survival? Everyone was like, yeah, that's a very unusual idea, but I think there's something there. One of the things that we did early on was establish the art style of Grounded. Things started like coming to life as we did the initial prototypes and like seeing some of the cool things, like the first time we added like the spider into the yard,
yeah.
seeing the reactions of people in the office, like even like jump scares, like people screaming.
The fuck? I stopped paying attention for a minute. I heard people screaming.
I've ever worked on at Obsidian. I wanted everyone to be able to participate on the design side of things. So I said everyone is a
Yeah,
designer
though
on the team.
that
And I think
game's
that
done.
extends
That
into
Civ-like one.
our community and how we're building the game in game preview and early access.
That's probably one of the successes of the game is how close
Oh, Sam's
we
still
work with
there?
the community and take all their
Oh, he's
feedback and
not here right
suggestions.
now.
I think it's super
Nice. I
rad.
thought I
For
heard
a
him.
game developer too, that is a huge thing, just to get people's feedback constantly of what they're liking, what they're not liking, and all those adjustments just make a much better game at the end of the day.
Hey, Matt, if there's snakes in this game, you
We're
think
at
you
that
might not
point
be
now
able to
that
play
the
it?
yard's getting finished, and now we can play
I
through
mean,
the
I'll
story.
play it probably.
There's a lot of surprises.
Plus, I don't think there's
a lot of,
snakes. I've already
you know,
played this game
things that I think
before.
Oh,
players
yeah?
aren't gonna expect.
Unless
How
they
much
added
was even in the
snakes.
preview?
I think I know what you're
How much,
talking about. and
how much was in the
I
preview,
cannot
though?
wait
Like,
to see
was it even that
players'
much
reactions.
content?
There was no
I know a lot
story
of players are just
content
waiting
that I'm
for the
aware
story
of,
to be
at least.
finished to finally jump.
Oh,
into
are
the
they
game.
done with
People
that
played the
other
game
game?
previously are
Yeah.
also
Oh, yeah,
holding
they
out
finished
for-
that up
for
a
more
while ago,
content.
yeah.
I think it's just going to pull a lot of people back in and gain a lot of new players. So Adam, we have the Broodmother from last year. It was like our first big boss. And then we came out with a bunch of mini bosses like
Termite King.
Termite King and the
Yes.
Assistant Manager. But in this trailer, we're showing players the Mantis. What
Yeah,
can
Oh
we
no,
expect with this?
it
So
looks
we're
silly, but I
excited
think
to
it might be
finally show off the
fun.
Mantis.
Yeah,
I
it could
know
be. I
that's
could see this
been
being fun,
a big
especially with
ask
friends.
for
Yeah,
I played it.
players.
I tried
I,
getting
I
into
feel
it.
like when
Upgrade
this game
Mantis
comes
in
out,
the
we
game.
should
They've been
play
asking
it
for this for
that
a
week
long
for
time. Do we have
the game
anything
jam.
else
Yeah,
that
sure.
players can get excited
Might
about?
as well.
You know, the Mantis is just a little tease of one
Yeah,
of the
Because
boss
it
fights,
makes that
but
week
there's
easier.
more to come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
I'll just
essentially
I'll
mini
make
boss fights that
it'll
we
give
got
us something to
planned
do
for
that
the
week.
full release of Grounded. There's
I
a lot
think for
more
the next
secrets
3
and
weeks
other
we should
things
play
to uncover.
Crossfire.
No, I'm good.
When we reach 5
6
million,
hours a day.
that was
Have they
already
updated that game at
super
all?
crazy. And then
Yeah.
the next
I mean, to
milestone
what?
of 10
They
million
actually added
players still being
they
in
added more than
Xbox,
one map per
yeah, in Xbox
mode.
Game Preview early
I
access.
think
That just
they
goes to show
added
that we
like
have a
flashbangs or
fantastic
Yeah, I was about to
something.
say they
and
added did
everyone's just so
flashbangs. What
surprised
more
at,
do you need?
like how
That's
how-
it. What? That's
how much
still not
progress-
satisfied.
I just hope that players and the community
Wish Call of Duty would do
they
that.
are and impactful on this game with us.
See,
Yeah, we're so
Crossfire, they
thankful
listened
for
to their fans. They
everyone's
knew that they needed
support along
flashbangs.
the way. It's
Avowed,
been
I
an
just need
amazing
grounding.
journey, and we're finally almost at the finish line, right?
Yeah.
And I think we wouldn't be here without our amazing community and all of the fan support.
I agree. Best community ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Looks alright. I think it's alright. September 2022. I guess they're not confident for like a solid date though, it looks like.
So I got a call from my good friend York Newman, the head of Microsoft.
Wait, did any of you guys try out that Halo DLC for Flight Sim yet?
Yeah, I tried a little.
Yeah.
I didn't get
I didn't get around.
it. They just put Paris in a fighter jet.
Well, he did the thing last year. You might as well do it this year. You
Yo,
know?
is this Flight Simulator 2? Man, these graphics look insane.
Oh, thank you. What am I doing here?
Later. Let's get in. We don't have much time. Okay.
Driving simulator.
Peel out of the parking lot.
All right, Paris. Right across.
Where the fuck are they going right now? What's happening?
Going on a
They're going to the
top secret
Pelican
mission.
to meet up with Chief.
Going on a
Yeah.
top secret mission.
York, what is this place?
Oh, you'll see.
They're gonna go slap Chief's butt
And,
cheeks.
oh god. What is this place?
Like it didn't have a name. Fuck you. like there wasn't a giant name, like a fucking board out there. Fuck.
Nick, how's it going?
Hello.
Paris, I would like to introduce
Okay.
Nick Partridge from the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum.
Thank you for having me.
I didn't even know like I
Well,
had an
this
accent
makes a
until
lot
now.
of sense. I saw during the trailer there was a
Jorg.
collaboration between the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum and Flight Simulator. Here we are at the National Air and Space Museum. So let's talk about that collaboration. Tell me more about that.
Well, Jorg and I have been talking for more than a year. He was looking for me, and it turns out I was looking for him to ask the same question, which was, don't you think that our organizations have a lot in common? Dedicated to bringing flight to everyone, and
I was looking for the Spirit of St. Louis, which is in the Smithsonian ever since 1928.
So is
And
this
the
supposed to be
Smithsonian
like a
was gracious enough
collaboration
to
or
give us a
something?
millimeter perfect scan, which is what we'll feature in the 40th anniversary edition. But as Nick and I
Plus
kept
golf
talking,
clubs? The
it
hell
was
is
very
that
clear,
on
you know,
fucking
the
propeller?
world's foremost museum for air and space, the Smithsonian. And Microsoft celebrating its 40th anniversary. It's a match made in heaven, and there's lots of things we can do.
yeah, authenticity, accuracy, access, it's all there. We're hoping that if everyone has as much fun in the community with the content that we initially collaborated on, a couple of our most historic aircraft, and some of the other aircraft in this center are already in the simulator, maybe we can jump in with both feet and do more in the years to come. Maybe even, who knows, we'll go crazy. We'll put the space shuttle in there.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
All right, you guys have never been here before.
Dude, they put the
Well,
space shuttle in there. I'm right back in.
together, and Jorg, I've got something
What, that
special for you
freaking
right
the
around
Halo DLC didn't bring you back in?
Oh, I was back in. I was playing last
My
night.
favorite plane, the Junkers U-52 3-motor. Amazing.
And that is an awesome plane.
Did some
And as I
flying
look at all
in
these
space
planes
with
around
it.
here, it makes me
Or
ask the
not in
question,
space, but.
Paris just gets on a plane and takes off.
Closest we're gonna get to new Halo content.
In the 40th anniversary that comes out this fall, we already have
That's him in the
three.
plane right there.
The Spirit of St. Louis and the DC-3. And we hope to get a few more.
They let Paris fly a
There's a lot of
Boeing
things we could do.
747.
Yeah, we started with the most
Oh my
iconic ones,
God.
and who knows? There's no lack of opportunity.
You know, I keep saying amazing because this place is amazing. And just like Flight Sim, it just keeps going. So what else is happening?
It does seem like we're going supersonic, like the Concorde here. We've been doing a major update ever since we launched, every month since August 2020. And just today, we're actually launching World Update 10. And guess what?
Tell me.
It's the United States. And it's huge. We have a dozen cities, a new height field, brand new aerials, new missions, new airports, new everything. And as always, it's free. And check out this beauty. This is the Beechcraft.
You remember when they
model
tried getting
they call it
Microsoft
the
Flight
Twin
Simulator
Beech.
for
It's a famous
Xbox
plane,
One?
and that's also launching today. And it's a great
Yeah, that
coincidence.
was-
They only got
Dude,
it.
Huge
Wow.
one.
How many
We're
like
working on that
Xbox do you
Beechcraft
think
since
burst into
before we
flames
met,
when they
but
tried to
it's a
get that
great
to
example
run?
of how much we already
They
have
probably,
now.
Many.
they probably went through like their
Lord.
6th unit and they're
What
like,
can we
dude,
expect the rest
you
of the year
can't
from
do
Flight
this.
Sim?
We have a
Like,
ton of
this
great
isn't
things coming
happening.
up. So today is World Update 10. We have 2 more World Updates, one in August and one in October. And then in November, we have the big 40th anniversary edition, which will be an absolute delight for anyone who loves aviation.
Okay, that 40th anniversary edition. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so we're celebrating by bringing
This is
back
a better
the planes from the
interview
old
than
Sims,
just
like
sitting
the
at a
Flight
couch
Simulator
years.
talking.
before
Way
that,
better.
and
Yeah, at least
Yeah,
there's like
way
you know,
better.
shit to look.
missions,
At least there's all
and
these
we're
planes
bringing
and
back
shit to
some of
look
the
at, you know.
airports that were in those editions. So it's a real celebration of the franchise.
Feels more dynamic, you know what I'm saying?
Well, there's that, and there's
Paris
kind of
doesn't
a
get in
little
the
bit of a
plane.
history lesson with it too,
Yeah.
so it's kind of cool.
But if Harris doesn't get into a plane, just that's him in the helicopter and doesn't take off.
For like any like plane enthusiasts watching this, they'd probably really enjoy this.
It's much better
Paris
than
needs to
fucking
put back
last
on the
year.
aviators, bud.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to
I
get
can't
in
hear a
that
damn thing they're
supersonic.
saying, but I'm sure it's great.
I'm sure it's great.
I want to see Paris. I want to see Paris flying a Dark
Of
Star.
the 10 planes we're bringing, most of them
In
are
this.
created in collaboration with third parties. So it's a really cool way for us to integrate with the creator community.
Now, how do I get this?
If you're on Game Pass, if you already own Flight Sim, the 40th anniversary edition is a free upgrade.
Dude, I cannot wait to fly helicopters.
Experience, seeing all these planes and going
So
through
the
history
helicopters
and
are part of the
everything that's coming
40th
to Flight Sim.
anniversary.
Thank you so
Wait.
much.
Thanks for coming to
Yep.
see.
Yeah.
Paris,
Can
thank
I
you,
chop
Nick.
off those
All
giraffes'
great
head with the
collaboration
helicopter
with
blade?
Sony
No, Mike,
And for
shut up.
kicking off the 40th anniversary edition of Flight Sim. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Animal
Thank you.
News.
Yeah, they should make a flight simulator, but like have all the destruction and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like if you smash into something, it'll just explode. Like
Today was a good day.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
That's
don't.
what I was saying.
Don't do it.
Your speed.
Don't do it. Oh my god.
I'm headed to the danger zone, baby.
Oh my god.
Oh, why'd you do that to yourself?
I love it. I love those aviators.
I wish you got into an airplane instead.
Then he said he's headed to the danger zone, baby.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I don't know what the hell's going on here now.
yeah, it's just like a collage.
We're raving, bud.
Oh, there's a guy in a mask.
Don't get like
Yeah,
Xbox
let's
spray
see.
painted on themselves. What the fuck is that?
We're taking in the Spanish culture.
I ain't taking a shit.
You better.
Kojima.
Kojima just shows up.
The big reveal is that Kojima's actually Spanish.
An Xbox 360 controller?
The throwback.
Just the passion that people have. I feel
I
very
feel
welcome.
very welcome.
High on life.
All
A little
right.
more high on life.
Let's go.
Hey,
This game is
we're
dope.
just a snippet of Squanch Games, and we're here to
I like
talk
how
about high
terribly
on life, our
nerdy
new
they look.
action, adventure, comedy, Metroidvania.
Even the way it's
They don't look
recorded,
nerdy,
it's
they
like
look
shaky. It's a
terrible.
little shaky
that
cam.
is
Love
nothing
these
at
guys.
all. A little bit.
It looks like very home video.
All right, you're a bounty hunter now. You gotta help me rescue my friends. They're Gatlians, just like me. That's our game, High on Life. Pretty insane. There's a lot to talk about.
Let's dive in. So Justin, you're typically known for working in animation. What brings you into the world of games? Why are you in the world of games?
Yeah. I'm obsessed with games. Have been my whole life. Always had ideas, always had, things I would love to make, but just never thought I could ever step into
I
that
like the
arena.
random cuts
'cause
they're
I
doing.
don't. I lack. I lack all the skills needed.
You don't know how
other
games
than
work.
other than like creative direction, creative ideas. Like other than that, I lack all the skills to execute.
But that's why, that's part of why you want to start Squanch, right? Is like to be able to have an idea like that and let it grow to something amazing.
And to be able to
not
be creatively free. I wanted to make games that I wanted to play, and that was sort of the spark that just lit the fire of Squanch Games. And then we shipped Trover, and we shipped Accounting Plus, and now we're on this absolutely dream game. This is like our real legit swing at
Fucking
like
guns, like,
a
talking to you.
proper, like we're indie, but like this is like our AAA, like, or is it triple I for it? For Indian?
It's a triple I.
It's a triple I game.
The game mostly follows like Earth being invaded
That's
by this evil
fantastic.
criminal cartel.
I would have never thought
aliens
this
who
was
come
an
in and
indie
kidnap
game though,
humans and start
just
selling
from the
them
way it
on
looks. It's so
drugs.
damn smooth looking.
You're the one human who has to team
Yeah.
up
I
with
can't
a
wait
drug and
to
go
play
and
this.
stop them.
And when you
Yeah, I'm,
select
like, really
a
excited for
cartel
this
leader
game.
that you're gonna go after,
Right?
like opens the portal door to that world that they're in.
Eric,
Yeah,
can you
Trover
tell us a
Saves the
little
Universe
bit
is
about
fantastic.
The worlds of the game, the art style of the game, the visuals.
Yeah. So we spent a lot of time kind of constructing.
Want to shove these guys in a locker.
Just kidding. Worlds. Myself and Mikey Spano, who's our art director.
Just kidding.
He and I worked like a ton on the sort of art direction of the game. He really kind of landed in this space, which was kind of
Blade Runner meets the Muppets.
So we're trying to capture that.
What the
feeling with all our
fuck?
characters, especially our aliens. And then each world is its own kind of unique flavor, right? I think some of the ideas came from very kind of core thoughts. Like we want to have an awesome alien, like drug-dense spa on an asteroid. And yeah, what makes me really excited is the sort of really clear and like it's almost deceivingly simple narrative, right?
Save the Earth, human to drugs, talking guns. Ta-da.
So Alec, who are the guns? What's their deal?
The guns are these talking alien Gatlians. They're all shaped somewhat like a gun you'd find on Earth, but they've evolved to be just gun-like in their own way. And so this race of Gatlians each has their own unique personality, their unique set of abilities, and you're going to be rescuing them from this evil alien cartel, and together, you got to stop the bad guys.
And get more Gatlians.
Yeah, collect more Gatlians.
Yeah, a lot of players
This
are
looks
going to have
dope.
very different experiences
does.
depending on what gun they favor.
Yeah, you kind of pick your favorite companion to have out a lot and hear their dialogue, be part of different dialogue scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at us blasting away.
And sometimes you can unlock the guns in a different order than another player has. So
That's
when you
right.
go back through a level, you'll see things that you would have been
That's
able
pretty
to access
cool.
if you'd done it in the other order.
That's
when you
so
come
smart.
back.
That's a huge one.
All right, so we've talked about this.
I
crazy
appreciate them
good game
showing
that
some
sounds
new
amazing.
footage,
Why should
too.
people
Yeah, that's
be
really
excited
nice, too,
to
yeah,
play
definitely.
this?
As a studio,
Even if it's like
we're
just 2 seconds, I don't
to
care. It's just nice to
bring
see
It's brand
something
new,
new.
yeah.
level adult comedy into video
You're not
games.
just looking at the same
Something
stuff
I love
again.
about
you know?
Squanch is we would put a lot of effort into things that a lot of other studios wouldn't even bother with, like a single small joke that 5 players might find.
Well, okay. Well, now I can.
I love that stuff. I love like edge casing and like
It's what makes you remember a game. when
yeah,
you
like if a player's trying to break the game in a certain way and then you have an answer for that for them, that is like such a memorable and amazing moment. It's almost like watching TV.
Dude, those
The
bears
viewers
are
able to
dope.
reach into the TV and poke a thing, and the character has to respond to that. And there's so much fun to be had for the
You can
most
skip
part.
it all. We worked really hard on it. If you want to skip it.
Yeah, if you want to just like miss out on like
Yeah,
some
if
of
you're like
the
a big
coolest...
dummy and you don't want to play the game at all, that's fine. We're not going to judge you. It's 100%.
It's Josh if you made a game.
Yeah. Or Bill.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was so funny if you got all the collectibles in Trover Saves the Universe. They always said like, we're gonna do something amazing if you collect everything.
Sumo.
How's this game?
Wait, what's this?
It was made by Sumo.
Oh, Sumo Digital?
This was not at the show.
No, is this a
think so,
Texas
no.
Chainsaw Massacre game? Oh, what?
Get her!
Man,
Get her!
She needs to run faster than that.
Oh, it is a Texas Chainsaw game, yeah.
I'm sorry. Woke up my daughter. She's like, you woke me up. So go get her.
Oh, this one.
Pentiment.
City.
Pentiment
Aw, man.
is a narrative adventure game set in 16th
You're telling me to go
century
take a nap.
which is part of the Holy
I'm
Roman
not
Empire.
into this.
You play a character named Andreas Mahler, who is an artist working at a Benedictine abbey. He gets
I hope
involved
they end
in
the
a
show
series
with
of
this. I
murders
hope
and
this is like
scandals, and
45
tries
minutes.
to unravel them over a period of.
No, I think they said it was
It's
supposed
a
to be
show,
90
for sure.
minutes. Yeah,
The
they
name
said it was 90
Pentiment,
minute show.
It
Yeah, I hope
is
it's. I hope
specifically
this is
referring
like
to paintings
45
in
minutes.
which
So.
there's an older painting underneath the painting that you see on the top. And if you scrape away the top layer, you see what was left
Well, you hope they
behind.
just be like, oh,
This
we're
has a
cutting it
bunch
short, guys.
of significance. Obviously, you're playing a painter, but also
And
it
then
has
they
a
show
lot of
Last of
significance to
Us
the
Part
idea of
1
history
remake
kind of being covered
Game
and
On Xbox
uncovered
Game Pass.
over time.
Game Pass day
When
one.
I saw narrative-driven games with really distinctive art styles, I was inspired to make a historical game that focused on the unique art style of the early modern period that was really driven by the relationships between characters and the stories that played out over time. Hannah Kennedy was really integral to defining the art style of Pentiment, especially blending the late medieval illuminated manuscripts with the early modern woodcuts.
Yeah, so there's a lot of major points to solve and kind of marry between wanting this to be a true to the history, true to the feel of the source.
I think this game is probably unbelievably dope,
as far as
but
the narrative,
not my genre.
Yeah, there'll be like
games
one guy
that
that's like
were
so into this, you know, and they'll be like really into
wanted
it.
as far as a game
But that's just not
experience.
me.
But I'm probably not. It's probably not gonna stick.
From the beginning, I knew that I wanted
For
to
me.
portray.
I mean, at the end of the day,
a community that
this shit's
changed
all on
over
Game
time,
Pass,
which meant
right?
that
So it's like, what we got
characters
to
were
choose?
changing over time. That's really the focus of
Exactly.
everything. The buildings do change, but really it's the characters. where
If
you
it
see
clicks,
all
it
the-
clicks. If
the
it doesn't
crazy
click,
stuff
it doesn't
happen.
click. Yeah.
Kids that I had become attached to because it's a 4-year-old and we designed one to be a 4-year-old and then they're getting married and then I felt a weird like emotional reaction to that because I'm like, oh, baby's all grown up.
That is kind of weird.
I think the 16th century has always been really interesting to me because it was a time of such social upheaval in Europe.
I still don't get like what the actual gameplay is though. Is it like puzzle solving or is it just straight up?
Yeah, there's no combat.
Yeah, so there's no combat.
It's just you're solving, from what I understand, mysteries.
Ever that social change is happening constantly.
So it's just like
and
a
people
kind
are
of
always
just
struggling with it. It's always a difficult
like you're doing like
process.
detective
And
stuff
so I
and
hope that
stuff
by
like
looking
that.
at people from the past, we can see that
I think all the
even
people
though
who
the setting
talked
might be
about it
different
kind
and
of
the specific
compared it
issues
to
might be
Disco
different,
Elysium.
ultimately we always struggle with social change.
We'll see how that turns out.
Woohoo! My most
Yeah.
anticipated game of my life.
No man.
I like pictures.
All right, let's.
I'm sorry, but I'm kind of interested to see what this game is.
Yeah, I know. I actually really don't even know what it is yet.
Don't
Well,
I
it
think
says
that's my
it's like-
issues.
It says it's 8 players apparently.
Yeah, don't be sorry.
I don't get that.
I'm gonna override this.
Oh, okay.
So it's, yeah, it's like
The Telltale
make
game,
decisions
actually.
and stuff. Yeah.
With As Dusk Falls, what we're trying to do is to make a brilliant interactive experience for anyone.
Yeah, this is
who
like something you
loves
could make on like
brilliant
Netflix,
storytelling.
you know.
So people who enjoy films, people who enjoy TV series. It's also a social experience and about sharing these stories with the people.
But
you
how is
love.
that supposed to be?
Is
8
somebody
players,
playing
though?
with their phone?
I took my inspiration.
So I think it's gonna be like a
from
Jackbox
TV
TV
shows,
kind of
prestige
thing.
shows
That's
like
what I think.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like they have on Twitch.
Yeah, so you connect all, everyone connects to their phone, and I think they probably vote on the answers. I think that's how it works.
Dude, that would be pretty cool, actually.
Stories, it's all about the stakes. You want big choices. The
I think I'd be
tentpole
down for
ones
that.
Everyone will remember from the chapter. they
Because I'd be
read.
the guy to always
Also,
make
you will
bad
be the small
decisions.
steps, the drama
Kill him, kill him.
and relationships. Are you gonna stay married? When you lost your job.
Cut off his fetus.
Rob the bank, rob the bank.
You okay?
The game deals with very
And then
mature
cut off
themes
his
that you
penis.
don't normally find in a video game. It really gives you agency over characters that are relatable, that are familiar to you. It's like an interactive story, but
I do actually kind of want to try this out because that trailer yesterday made no sense to me. This makes sense. Whatever I'm
Yeah,
seeing.
this is more interesting than whatever they showed the other day.
you had
But
no
they had
idea
to
what was
condense it
going on.
really short.
Yeah.
They had to make it so short.
It's mainly structured around a hostage situation in a motel in the middle of the desert.
I still don't know how I feel about
Arizona,
this art
so
style,
it's a pressure
though.
cooker.
You want your wife to live? Answer.
Yeah,
Do
I'm trying
exactly
to
what I
see
say.
it. It's
Book
just
two.
not.
I feel
It's another,
I feel like the art style is to
needs to
progress
change
it instead of make it
across
take
multiple
way
states
longer than it should.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else.
And
Well, they're gonna
also
make this
keep
thing as
it
fast as
from being
possible.
too much.
interactive show, but the
And
important
also to
part
keep
here
it
is
from
different
from costing
interactive.
too much to
The
make.
flexes
Yeah,
So
are
exactly
very
right,
much
yeah.
needed to help the
I don't mind
character
it.
on their journey.
If it's a good
understand
story,
what's
I'll
gonna
watch
happen to
that
them, help them
weird ass
grow and
thing.
change.
It's not like there's one golden path. There's so many different ways through the story.
You can replay it and then you get to like different story.
I mean,
and
this will
different
have, like,
ending,
replay
and
value,
you
looks like.
feel like you're actually
So.
achieving something. and
Right, 'cause you can make
shaping the
different
story
decisions.
And also the
Yeah.
character.
some of your true
And I don't
self
know how
comes out into that
drastically it's gonna
thinking,
affect it.
"No,
I don't know if it'll
what
be
would
like a
you do
Telltale game where it still leads to the same
and
ending.
at the end of the game, when you
But
play, we tell you
it'll
about
probably
your
be a lot
playstyle,
different, I'd
and it
imagine.
reveals something about the player themselves, their values, and the way they interact with the others that they played with.
I think for me, one of the really important things was that this art style could tell lots of different types of stories. We want to take really beautiful, sort of subtle facial performances, really strong dramatic.
I guess that makes
moments,
sense too. They said that art style can, I mean, you could change it just by a couple frames, you know?
It's a single player
Yeah.
and multiplayer experience, so 1 to 8 players.
Okay,
So we
something
wanted
to
to draw
explain the
in people
multiplayer thing.
who weren't necessarily gamers. Gamers are going to love this game as
Oh.
well because
Oh, there's, like,
it's
quick
a
time
very
events?
mature, in-depth story.
Makes sense.
This game really taps
God of
into your
War.
life skills rather than your
Yeah.
gaming skills.
Or Knack
Puts
2.
everyone on a
Huh.
level
Knack 2, oh
playing
my
field.
God.
You did well there. That is a ferocious job.
You share the same character, you discuss, you make
This is gonna be
decisions, and
terrible.
majority wins.
What? Wait.
Yeah, because they said majority wins.
Oh my God.
So I cannot wait to play that game with some trolls. Just make all the bad decisions.
So close,
Oh.
touching distance to this game. Yeah, I'm gonna. miss
Matt,
it
if
when
you
it's
want a
done.
good, solid game, I recommend you play with someone else.
Dude, this would be a good like stream game. You
I
know,
know.
like you're streaming, and then the chat makes the decisions. You know.
There you go.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Let's
I'm
check
still
out
not
what
entirely
mysteries,
sold into
adventures,
that,
and
but that's
I mean, you don't have to be
cool.
sold
God,
into
Slime
Game
Rancher
Pass
2 wasn't that
anyways.
announced
us
last
in
year?
the new vibrant
Yeah.
world of Slime Rancher 2.
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna make some terrible decisions.
To see how bad you can make things.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Victor Humphreys.
I'm gonna get too big and fucking Sensei, and we're gonna make bad decisions.
By the end of the story, you just nuke the entire planet.
We're gonna try to kill as many people as possible. What the heck is going on here?
Well, this was announced, I think, 2 years ago.
Last year.
Last year, yeah. Yeah. Like, time goes by so fast, I don't even know the concept of time anymore.
I'm not hyped for this, but I think I'd try it out.
What are we doing? Are we feeding animals? Like, what's happening? I'm like fading in and out.
I mean, this is like the second game, so I mean, I don't know what the first game would be.
Well, if I don't like it, I know my daughter will.
Yeah, true. They'll like it too. It's bright and colorful, just like certain platforms.
Buck snacks.
Yeah, I actually still want to try that out. I gotta.
Oh, isn't that supposed to
On
become an Xbox, or is it already on Xbox?
It's on,
It's already on there.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I remember hearing about that going to Xbox.
Yeah, you PlayStation bozo.
We lost another exclusive.
It's a sprint. Can we sprint slide? I want to sprint slide. I want to
Oh, you can
sprint
jump
slide or
and
dash
hover.
like in Doom Eternal. I'm gonna fucking snap.
This guy starts ripping and tearing.
Yeah, just starts killing all the things.
Just ripping it in half, just taking its head off.
Oh my god.
Once you get to a new scene, the whole ambiance changes, and you start hearing death metal.
Yeah, heavy metal just in the back.
I still don't quite.
I had
get
no idea
I
what this
just had to
preview
watch.
even was, but thank
I don't
you.
know. I don't know what that
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel the same way Mike does. I don't know what I
He
just
just
seen.
said, "Oh no,
He's
what a
just
mess!
vacuuming
I
up a
hope
lot
you
of-
enjoyed the preview." What?
Yeah, you're just vacuuming up a bunch of like food
What?
and animals or something. I don't know what that
Alright,
was.
time to get going.
Larry Herb.
Hey.
Listen.
And play day one with Game Pass, and then Larry Herb pops up.
Where's my passport? Passport.
The dusty ass passport, man.
I know, bro. What the fuck? It's like he put like his cocaine powder on it.
He just opens it up and there's a PS5 in there.
Alright. Where's my Uber?
That's what's in the
Yeah,
bag.
there, you got a nice house. Yeah, the bag is.
That's why it's so full and huge.
Yeah, it's so heavy.
That's why it's 126 pounds. All them Keurigs can fit in that bag.
There's a flight simulator update again where you just fly Larry Herb around.
Welcome back to Melbourne. It's so great to be here in person. Get ready for the showcase.
I don't understand how people with sign language, when they communicate it to the other people, how they keep up so well.
Alright.
I think because like they record that person already or something. Unless I don't know if it's.
Maybe. That's actually a good point.
I'm pretty sure that's how they do it nowadays. They have it like live and they have it like in a corner or something. I mean, not live. It's recorded and it's played at the same time. Yeah, but there are people that do it live for like political speeches.
Yeah, they're like
comedy shows,
extremely talented.
Like it's
Hot Wheels.
Hot
Yo, welcome to
Wheels.
Hot Wheels. Hey, Matt.
Oh, let's go.
Excited to tell you all about Forza Horizon 5.
Finally, the show
Hot Wheels,
started.
the
Jeez.
first
Right.
expansion for Forza Horizon 5. So, Mike, let's start with why the team decided to bring Hot Wheels to Forza Horizon 5's Mexico.
Our fans have been telling us for years about how much they loved Forza Horizon 3's Hot Wheels expansion.
Well, yeah, no
so
shit.
we've been waiting for the right time to bring everyone another Hot Wheels adventure. Forza Horizon
The right
5
time
presented
is
the
literally
perfect
every game.
opportunity to bring Hot Wheels to life.
Every
never
single
before.
DLC.
Yeah, just put them in every
Hot
one.
Wheels.
Every single one. That's the right time.
It really does sound like the
Look,
perfect
the fact that they
time
even
for Forza
delisted it was a
Horizon and
crime.
Hot Wheels. So I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit more about what to expect being in the clouds of Mexico this time.
Well, now it's
you travel the clouds
relisted
above
with
Mexico
Series
to
S and
visit
X
Hot Wheels
performance.
parks.
The thing is, though, people still
Comprised
can't
of
access the old one.
200
Though.
kilometers of the
If
fastest,
you bought it.
Who cares
most
about the old
tracks
one?
yet.
But
You got
I mean,
new
it's still,
stuff.
Join the Hot Wheels
You can't buy it
set
now.
out to
Preservation.
take on Forza Horizon's
Preservation's
most
just-
extreme
Who cares about preservation? Throw that shit in garbage.
Who wants to play old
As well
games,
as the
right?
iconic
You can't
orange
buy
Hot
it
Wheels
anymore.
track.
You can still play
You'll
it.
take on new driving experiences
Yeah, but I
across
mean, like,
gravity-defying
I know. I mean,
magnet tracks,
if you
as
if you
well
probably
as ice,
overpay for
water
it on
flume,
some
and
key
rumble
site,
tracks.
maybe.
So we spoke
Or
loads
should have
about
bought it
Mario
years
in the
ago
build
at
up to
this
Forza
point.
Horizon 5's launch. Are we expecting something similar in Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels as well?
Yes, so we're
Real
truly
Hot
going to
Wheels
see the
ones.
power
Fuck
of
all
the
you.
Xbox Series X and S when we look at Forza Horizon 5
My
Hot
bathtub.
Wheels all new biomes. The amount of detail and
Oh, yeah, that
diversity
looks
that we
sick.
can pack into the
Oh,
4
looks
new biomes
fantastic.
is breathtaking.
Look at
We
that
have the
fucking jet
rugged
in the
Giants
flying in the
Canyon, where you'll
background.
hear the growl of your engine bouncing back off the intricately detailed rock formations. The ice
Dude, that
country,
sounds
where
dope.
frozen
Let's
tundra
go.
drips into
Wait,
the
so there's like
glistening
multiple
molten
terrains in
lava.
this too?
In Forest Falls, you'll see a tree canopy towering over epic waterfalls.
Are we gonna
And
get another
finally,
T-Rex?
The visually stunning and exhilarating Horizon Nexus, where the Horizon Festival
The
is
band?
suspended among a web of Hot Wheels tracks. And there's more, because new players can jump into Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels as early as possible during the main game's initial experience.
And how are people going to be able to use Event Lab in Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels?
So in Event Lab, you'll have the freedom to design, build, and share using the new Hot Wheels Creation Kit. That's over 80 new track and stunt pieces that instantly snap together thanks to our new building tools. You can then share your creations with the entire community for players to discover and play. We are anticipating our community building an ever-evolving catalogue of new player-created Hot Wheels events that everyone
That's
will
cool.
enjoy.
They all sound absolutely
like Hot Wheels
incredible, Mike,
Forge
but
or
I'm
something?
going to ask you the most important question in the room. Can you tell me a bit more about the cars?
Yes, so we have 10 new amazing cars coming to the pack, including 4 new Hot Wheels cars, which have been scaled up to real-life proportions. We
Well,
have
I'd hope.
the Diora 2, the Bad
Do they have the old ones
the
from
Baja Bone
Horizon
Shaker,
3 as well?
and the
Or?
Chevrolet Hot Wheels Copo Camaro. Forza Horizon 5 Hot
I'm
Wheels
not
introduces the most extreme tracks we've
Because they
seen
had the
yet
twin
in
mill, I
Forza.
think.
So
and,
we've added some new extreme track
what
toys
else,
and hypercars to go with them.
the bone one.
I
I
want to
forgot
call
the
out
name.
the Hennessy Venom F5 and the Mosler MT900 GT3. Their speed is unlike anything we've seen before.
So we know Forza Horizon 5 fans naturally love co-op, so how is that continuing in Hot Wheels?
So, in a first for Forza, you can join up with your friends and play from the very start of the experience in co-op. You and your friends will then take on a new campaign, moving your way
Yeah,
up
this
through
is actually
faster
one of the
and
cars I
faster
used in
classes
Hot Wheels
until you
Unleashed.
unlock the extreme
This one
speed of
here.
X-Class and become a Hot Wheels legend. You can also choose to take on the world in Horizon Open or team up with your friends to take on a team of drivatars in the Horizon Tour.
Ooh, I absolutely love that. Final question now, though. When can we expect to play?
Yes, so Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels releases on July 19th on Xbox
Just
Series
barely
X,
over a
S,
month.
Xbox One,
Yeah, just
PC,
next month.
and
Jeez.
There's a
Steam.
part of me, a
Mike,
really
thank you
sick
so
part
much
of me
for
that
joining me.
was
This has
hoping
been so much fun,
they'd
and I
somehow
cannot
move
wait
the
to
date
play.
up.
Shadow drop it.
Like, I don't know what's wrong
It's
with
coming
me.
out today,
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with me, but I, for some reason, expected that.
even though they announced that yesterday.
Yeah. I already forgot though, so it was good to see.
Oh, that's right. Fall Guys is still a thing, or at least it was a thing.
Apparently.
Are they trying to recreate that Halo 3 trailer? Everything's all still, like the diorama.
That's kind of what it looks like. I was actually thinking that.
We'll do a side by side.
If this guy gets up on a hill,
This is absolutely
yeah, this
what's
is that.
happening right now.
I can tell this is the piano.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't tell there was a grunt costume earlier? There's also a grunt
I
costume.
couldn't see it. I couldn't see a grunt costume. I want to see a plasma grenade.
Yeah, they have to
Oh,
make that
there's a-
reference for
there's a
the
snowball.
Xbox announcement or the Xbox trailer. I love it
Master
all.
Chief, let's go.
Okay, I love how they're all like attached to strings.
Look, the plasma grenade.
That's real. Okay, they did it. That's great.
Yeah.
They did a good job with that.
Yeah. That was
That was a
good.
cute
Yeah,
little
I can't pretend it's not.
Now,
Did it
onto
just
our
say
next
available
block,
June 30th to
and
July
of course,
4th? What?
Minecraft Legends is
I
the
don't know.
action strategy take on the franchise you never knew you needed. I'm here with Dennis Reeves from Mojang Studios, who has just released a
Where's the next gen
welcoming
update for
trailer of
Minecraft?
Minecraft Legends. Dennis, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Malik.
So happy to have you. I mean, this is a really exciting time for the team. Let's talk Minecraft as a whole, though. That game, I have nothing to back this up,
Nope,
but I feel
that's
like
incorrect.
everyone on the planet's played Minecraft at this point. But that wasn't enough for you all. You all went and made Minecraft Dungeons, and now we're moving on to the recently revealed Minecraft Legends. So one, tell me a little bit about what it means for the team to actually be able to reveal the game, and then two, just let us know what Minecraft Legends is.
Well, we are so excited to finally be able to talk about this game with the world. We've been working on this game for some time now. Minecraft Legends is an action strategy game is set in the Minecraft universe. And in order to build this, we really wanted to partner with a great company that understands strategy games. And so that's when we reached out with Blackbird Interactive. And in doing so, we were able to create an experience that is welcoming for people who may have not played Minecraft, but also people who have. And I mean, you've seen the trailer. It's about going and traveling through these beautiful biomes, exploring this world that is familiar yet still mysterious. And so as you explore these lush biomes, you collect resources, and then you use those resources to build defenses from these dangerous but very cute piglins. And in those offensives, you're able to fight them back and send them back to where they come from. And you know what? You're going to probably want to build some alliances with some unexpected friends because they're going to help you actually defeat the piglins and send them back to where they come from.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it, and I love what you said about trying to make a game that's both for fans of Minecraft that exist and new fans coming in. Minecraft can go in so many different directions, I feel like, with a new game. What made you choose action strategy?
Well, really, it was many years ago, as a group of folks at Mojang sitting around talking about what game genres they really enjoy. And action and strategy were the more popular ones that came up. And so we started to think about who we could partner with to build that experience. And that's where we came into Blackbird Interactive. And that was back in 2018. And, the project was codenamed Badger. And an interesting little fact for many of those people that might follow Minecraft, if you go back to Minecon 2018 and you look at the shirt that Jens Berenstain was wearing, you'll see a graphic on there, and it's in the shape of a badger head. And really, that was meant to be an Easter egg for years forward, which here we are now.
I gotta say, I love a good Easter egg. Now, where would you say that Minecraft Legends fits in the overall Minecraft universe?
Well, the Minecraft universe is just always growing and expanding. And if it's not from our partner communities, then it's from Mojang specifically. Like you mentioned, Minecraft Dungeons. That's a great example where Mojang went out and we built this dungeon crawler experience in the Minecraft universe, and players love it. It's wonderful. And with Minecraft Legends, we're trying to do something similar, really. And here we're going to be introducing a narratively driven campaign with a whole bunch of new characters and a lot of other things that I'm not ready to share right now.
Dennis, I thought we were friends. You can share it with me and everyone watching. No? Okay. I won't pry anymore. But tell us when the game is coming out and where we can keep up to date.
It's coming out in 2023 on PC and console on Xbox Game Pass. And if you want to know more, just follow us Twitter. Or, jump on Minecraft.
Did they say it's coming to PlayStation as well, or just?
I'm so excited. It should come to PlayStation.
Probably
I mean, Minecraft games always come on everything.
Yeah.
Locked up on Xbox.
Like Minecraft's its own beast now. You know what I mean?
Even
Like
Dungeons came on everything day one.
Dungeons actually. I didn't play it. It's not deep enough for me.
Dungeons even had an arcade version.
Yeah, I actually saw that at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago.
I just realized Ham Solo's not here.
They asked me what year Halo came out, won this sweet jersey. I couldn't believe when I was here on site that I would get to meet the real Master Chief. Experience here.
They got a real energy sword.
Really cool to see. I'm gonna go get my
Imagine.
nails done because they have a nail station and these things need to be painted.
Redfall looks dynamite, and come on, Diablo 4. Oh, it's so. Why are you so gruesome? All bloody things. No, but it's great. I love it.
What a day we had today. Thank you everybody for showing up to Xbox Fan Fest Toronto.
Toronto. I could have been here.
Catch you in the next one.
I'm not that far away from there.
All Canadians are frauds.
Oh, the Silk Song. Oh, I thought they were gonna show out Silk Song.
Except Twan. Twan's not a fraud. He just smells.
Twan's just somewhere in Alberta.
I'm in Ontario.
No, you're in Alberta.
I guess I'm in Alberta.
I know where you live. So. Do not.
I wish I was in Alberta. There's like no tax there.
They probably pay people to live there.
Yeah, like when you buy some, there's no sales tax in Alberta. And the reason why I know that is because every time I buy something on the Switch eShop, I always switch my thing to Alberta, so I literally pay no tax.
I like that they're doing all of this in one segment.
Let's get it all out there, you know? Yo, Silk Song.
I'm joined now by Sarah Bond, who leads the gaming ecosystem organization here at Xbox. Sarah, it's so great to have you.
It is awesome to be here and so good to see you too.
Yes, I'm super excited for this conversation because as we know, game creators are crucial to Xbox's success. And whenever you talk about them, it's with such like passion and tenacity. I love it. And it sounds super important to you and the rest of Team Xbox. So my question to you is, how do creators inspire the work that you and your team do?
The creators are just the bedrock of everything we do on my team. You know, when you really think about it, where gaming really comes from is it starts with someone who has a creative idea that they choose to put into a game that we all get to experience and enjoy. And that's really the bedrock of our industry, of what motivates us, is to help those people, those developers, bring their stories out. And we think about it in three ways. You know, how do we create a vibrant and engaging gamer community for them to come to through Xbox? What are the set of tools and services that we give them that make it easier and faster and more affordable for them to make a game? And how do we create a range of business models that they can use? Because a business model really enables them to perform all sorts of different types of innovation.
Yeah, business models, tools, resources, all these provide choices, and it's increasing these choices for not only the developers, but the players themselves as well.
Yeah.
For example, you and your team just announced a new feature that's going to bring game demos to players. Can you tell us a little bit more about Project Moorcroft?
Project Moorcroft. I know. I love these project names. I wish they would just let me name it, but they won't.
Mike, did you see that
Can we change that?
Rand on their stream
Well,
called
we
it
were sitting down
Moorcock?
as a team, and we were thinking about some of the things that we've always
Haven't-
loved the most about the gaming
Did you
industry.
see that thing
And one
Jez
of them was,
tweeted?
remember when
There's
you
like
would
a
go to like a
he
show,
tweeted like a 1-minute
like
clip from
PAX
their
or
stream
E3,
on Friday,
and you would go and
where
you would go to the show floor,
Rand
and you
meant
got
to say
play a
Project
demo or a piece of
Moorcroft,
the game,
and he said
and the
Project
developer would be
Moorcock.
right there next to you, talking to you about their
Huh.
experience,
Seen that.
asking you to try things out, asking you your feedback.
Jez
Did he
was
tweet that
dying.
yesterday or
I
something?
love the most
No,
about
that
those
was like
experiences.
Friday.
We just don't
Jez
have
was
them as much
dying.
anymore. You
Like
know,
that was
in-
like the
in
hardest
way
I've
that the world
ever
has
heard Jez
evolved.
laugh.
And so we thought, gosh, how can we make Game Pass like that? Like, how can we use the power of Game Pass and all of the great discovery and player engagement that is in it, and have it create for creators that opportunity to engage with fans early as they're creating their game, and also for players to get to experience something that they're really anticipating. And so that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to have a program that enables developers to take a piece, a level of their game, and put it into Game Pass so that they can get that great feedback and players can engage with them. And we know it's a lot of work sometimes for developers to do that, so we're also going to compensate them for their participation in the program. I'm so excited for what's going to come when we launch that.
I think the one thing that we all miss is that connection, right? And now that we are able to come back into conferences and stuff like that, we still need to deepen it, because
Yeah.
by deepening that connection, you're diversifying the voices, and then that in return helps to diversify the games and bring
I've only
diversity
seen
into
this lady
games.
from the
So
side, so I didn't even
how
know she had like a red
Microsoft
part of her.
help to further that front?
Yeah, we think about it all the time, frankly, as Microsoft.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? I swear I didn't see
Yeah.
them. Like,
Particular, because
Yeah, you
creators
saw it from the side
support
profile.
everything we do.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about a game, it enables you to experience a perspective, a point of view, in a way that is deep and immersive, unlike any other form of media. So the importance of everyone having an equal opportunity to share their story and their perspective through a game, and what it means to shaping our perceptions, to what we talk about, to what we believe, to broadening our perspectives, is critical, and we think about that all the time. So what we've done as a team is we
I don't even know what to
continue
talk
to
about.
expand the set of
Nonsense.
developers who we're engaging with and bringing them into the Xbox ecosystem. We've actually more than doubled the number of developers that are making games. for
Announce
Xbox,
GoldenEye.
and we saw a lot
I
of
know,
those
right?
games
Like
in
that's
the
what
first day,
I'm
which has
waiting
been pretty
for.
cool. And
Like,
the other
I mean,
thing
I'm
that
looking
we
at the
did
shed.
this
That's
year
what
is
I'm.
the
waiting
first
for a
time
while,
ever
but
we actually have a presence in Africa.
But I mean,
We
like,
have our first
we
Xbox
have
employee in
everything's
Africa,
there. It's pretty much all but
specifically
confirmed at
dedicated
this
to working
point.
with creators in the region.
Yep,
So
but it's
what
not
message would you
confirmed.
like to leave for
What
creators
is
who
Someone's
are
saying that it
interested
might
in starting in the industry?
Yeah, I
it
get
might
that
be announced
question
in
a
the
lot.
Nintendo
People say
Direct.
to me, "Gosh, I would
Like
love
you've
to
been
GoldenEye
be
waiting
is
for
part
that
of the
remaster
gaming
since the
industry. I'd love
360
to
era.
make a game.
GoldenEye is
How do I
perfect
break
dark.
through? How do I get involved? I say, first of all,
Oh,
network,
Jesus
talk to
Christ.
people, meet people,
Yeah, you're
connect
not
with
gonna
people.
get that
Just
until
how
like
you and I
2027.
connected, actually, at an industry event, which we met at, which was super
I can't
fun.
wait to play
You
Fable
know,
on
build
when my
that
grandchildren
network
are
and that
here.
connectivity is
Yeah,
so critical
on the
in every
Xbox,
industry, but I think
whatever they're gonna call it.
particularly
Who
in
knows what
Series
they're gonna call
Z.
it?
You know, go to industry conferences like GDC, meet people,
Or the
learn,
Xbox
try
too.
that out. And if you're interested in making
Oh
a game
yeah,
for
good point.
Xbox, you can actually
Yeah,
go
who
to
knows what they're gonna call it?
github.com.
Xbox
You
2
can actually
Series
download
Y.
the Xbox Game Developer Kit and get started.
Xbox 2
And
Series
once you have a
2.
game concept, you
X
can
Plus.
also submit it online through
Xbox 2 Series 2
and then you
X1.
can self-publish to
Mhm.
Xbox, which is another great way. And of course, if you actually want to get involved in the industry, all
Sarah, you're
companies
even
are
talking
great,
about
but I highly
GoldenEye like
recommend
the
you
other
check
day.
out
Where
companies
the
who work
fuck
at
is it?
Xbox. I'm biased, obviously.
I mean, hey, you have every
Thank
right
you.
to be, so Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today. And also, thank you to all the viewers for tuning into Extended. We've heard from so many amazing developers on today's show. Now, before we finish, is there anything else you'd like to share
They're
with
almost
us?
done? How long has it
We
been?
were talking earlier about
Wait.
the importance of people being
Oh, yeah,
able
I think
to
it's
tell
been
their
over an hour
story
right now,
through
at
a
least.
game and how incredibly
Yeah.
powerful it is. I mean, when we were talking about that, I was thinking
They're at least
about
they gotta
the
end it off with a
experience
little
we've had
bit of
as
a bang,
team
right?
that's been very touching for me.
Something.
So, a couple of
Maybe.
years ago, we
But I'm not
started really
having my hopes up right
consciously
now.
extending
I think
the
GoldenEye is
depth
like a
and
little,
breadth
yeah,
of
we'll end
content
it
that
off
we
with
have
a
in the
nice little
Xbox
GoldenEye
ecosystem.
announcement. I think
And it
that's
was
like just
through
throw us a little
that
ball.
that I got to know the team making Stalker 2
Oh, Stalker
really
2.
well. And I actually got to intro that game last year in the Xbox Game Showcase, and it was just incredible. And the thing was, when I was looking at that game last year, and I was looking at the story that they were telling, and they were talking about the beauty of the land and their dedication to their culture and their country, and I thought, wow, this is a cool game. This is a compelling story. But sitting here today, recognizing that that team is Ukrainian, they were based in Kiev, looking at that story and what they were showing to the world just feels entirely different and far more poignant and visceral to me. This is a team who's talking about their culture, talking about fighting for the existence of being a nation, of being a people, of having their own language. And now we all, as a world, have gotten to see how tenuous that, in fact, is. And it's an honor, frankly, to be part of this industry and to have the opportunity to uplift their voices and to let their story be told through a gaming experience, especially knowing what we know now about the situation in Ukraine. And as part of that, they actually shared with us something that they wanted us to share with all of you today as part of the
Here it is, Stalker 2.
Okay.
I'm really concerned. Okay. That was
Yeah,
a
I'm
pretty
like,
show
I'm a
to
little,
me.
yeah, I'm a little concerned. But... That...
I guess I was right to be concerned.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Rough stuff.
are they showing straight up real footage?
Yeah, this is like real. This is actual footage.
Jesus Christ, they're just straight
No,
up.
man,
just
it's CGI, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Of course, this is real footage.
Yeah, that shit is rough.
So they're actually
It's
just
terrible.
showing it. I was expecting them to just show this on a conference.
Yeah. But I mean, I got respect to him for doing it, though.
Здесь кипела работа, идеи, она не останавливалась. 3 месяца назад началась война России с Украиной.
Шок-код робочий день начинается с тривоги.
Під час сильних обстрілів ми біжимо в укриття.
Це переноска для мого кота, який загинув ще в перший тиждень війни.
Oh,
Ходиш
man.
вечером, сирена, выходишь днем,
Oh.
сирена. Днем еще работать надо, поэтому особо не выйдешь, а вечером все время вот так.
Це моє робоче місце.
Jesus
Вже
Christ.
третій місяць я живу і працюю в коридорі. Зі мною живе одноокий пес, врятований з-під обстрілу в Гостомелі. Зараз мені важко писати квести про війну, коли вона йде навколо.
Need to show this video to all the people doing like fucking using this for console wars.
Yeah, seriously.
Світ
This is
ще
fucking
побачить,
terrible.
наскільки в нас класна культура, і в тому числі наскільки класні ігри ми можемо робити.
Меня зовут Александр. Я являюсь сотрудником компании ЖСК. Я с Мариуполя. С начала боевых действий была потеряна связь с моими родными и близкими. И это непередаваемое ужасное чувство, когда ты не знаешь, живы они или нет.
Я Дмитро Ясінєв, розробник Сталкера. Ніколи не міг уявити, що в 21 столітті в центрі Європи може статися повномасштабна війна.
Я Олексій Іванов, ком'юніті-менеджер проекту Stalker 2. Зі зброєю в руках захищаю свою країну від російської агресії.
Привіт, я Макс, наративний дизайнер гри Stalker 2. Після перемоги я до неї повернуся. Побачимось на релізі. Слава Україні!
And I don't know how to take this right now.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
This is a.
Like
lot,
this is a lot to take in.
It is.
That. I'm happy they showed it, but Jesus Christ, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah, just
I'm
seeing
really-
like the lead game designer, he's like literally ready to
And
shoot
they're gonna
someone.
show us
Like,
the game on top
my
of
God.
that? Oh my god. God
Well,
bless
yeah,
us,
they're
dude.
probably proud of what they
Yeah, dude. God
of
bless
what
them.
they did, you know.
yeah.
That's fantastic. I mean,
Man, the fact that they're able to do this and that, you know.
Are you sure the perimeter surrounding the zone is really enough? If a powerful
Yeah, to be able to work under that kind of pressure is pretty amazing.
the zone
It
has
is.
remained stable
Crazy.
for years. Besides, we didn't establish the most advanced institution in human history without first guaranteeing its safety.
Not only is it amazing, but it's unreal. Engine
Yeah.
5.
oh, it's fucking unreal.
I believe the wonders that we will bring to the world far outweigh
Dwan's just shaking his head.
this race exactly. The zone reveals a whole new world. We can stick with the old one, fearing change. But tell me, do you want our descendants to remember us as cowards? Or as those who dared to venture forward to a new
Man, I'm glad we at least know more about this now, at least. Because I was really curious what was going on with this game.
I think everybody was, you know.
Yeah.
The injured were evacuated. I remind our listeners that a similar incident happened in our region quite recently, ruining homes and livelihoods.
That one person was saying how he didn't care about the Ukrainian war, how he feels after seeing that, genuinely. I just would love to know what the response is and how much more worse his life is.
Probably the same. Like, if it's anything like I expect the troll to be, probably the same thing.
Yeah.
Wait, did somebody say something?
Well, no, someone said
Yeah,
something
I don't
a
know
long
if it's-
time ago.
Yeah, but
Yeah, saying how they didn't care what was happening to the people of Ukraine because they don't care. I don't. It's something
probably
probably
know
not
who
really
we're talking
appropriate for
about.
the stream. But we'll talk.
Yeah.
I'll tell you more.
Yeah, it does.
More of a private conversation, I guess.
This game does look
Get
really
that.
interesting, though.
Well, yeah, it looks like it could be a really good game.
Like, I'm hyped for this. I still need to play the Metro games. But
So it's 20.
2023.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that they can't really announce a solid date.
yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
Yeah.
That was
Alright, well.
that was a fucking wild way to end the show, but
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, that was
good. It was good,
Man.
you know.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. I mean, it's really important that people
that put a
understood
lot
the
of shit
situation, right?
into perspective.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I just can't. I mean, we've all obviously. I just really hope the people that been making fun of them for the game not coming out this year
Watch
take
that
a look.
video. Yeah, just watch.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
like
If you don't feel like
I don't know. That's all I got to say to that.
That was that shit was rough.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, it's over.
Oh,
Wow.
that was okay. So other than that,
That was
let's-
intense. That was
other
intense.
other than the reality of life, of war, you know what I mean? How do you guys
Yeah.
feel? Other than that horrifying
I
ending.
mean, that show was like realistically what I was hoping for. It wasn't, but what I kind of realistically expected, it was about right.
Yeah.
About
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, I
kinda
was
sad
good.
we
I
didn't
was
get
just
anything
glad
but
that
an
we
elite
actually even
season.
learned more about Stalker 2, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. I'm
glad they threw that in there.
I'm glad they showed what they did of like the actual reality. I'm also like
Yeah.
surprised that they even showed us anything of the game. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
that they did
I
that.
thought they were just ended at that, right?
Yeah,
But they, to even show us the game after that, like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, I know. They're like, yeah, I basically write the story, and like, yeah, and he's like behind a fucking.
Yeah, I know.
wall.
He's like ready to shoot someone, you know?
Yeah, it's like in that lady's like, I hate writing. It sucks having to write violent stories while I'm hiding in my bathroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
the guy's like, this is my office, and it's literally a washroom. You know.
Yeah, it's like Jesus fucking Christ, it's just heartbreaking.
Yeah. Holy shit!
I mean, obviously we don't live. Once again, that was, I feel, more meant for the people that, I don't even think we got to get into.
Yeah.
The people that was more or less aimed at. I mean, obviously, I think a lot of people should see that because a lot of people.
Yeah, we kind of
It's really
because I think a lot of people think that war doesn't exist anymore.
It's a real thing. Yeah.
It's definitely a real fucking thing. Good lord. That was a. Yeah, I didn't see the things I wanted to see, but at the same time, I kind of wasn't realistically expecting to see those
much
things
at all.
So that was a fine show for what.
I think the best thing was High on Life.
High on Life was like the coolest.
That looks like a great game.
The highlight for me.
I kind of like hearing Pete say, how you can really complete quests in a number of ways. Like the option to just go in there and fucking kill everyone and steal the ship. He was saying how somebody else did it really stealthy and stole it. You know what I'm saying? I really like the fact that it really seems like they're going for and I appreciate they addressed everyone's like, hey, if you just want to play all the bigger quest stuff and the side quests,
just go very linear experience.
It's absolutely for you. You can do all of that to your heart's content. Absolutely fine. But if all of a sudden you're kind of like, well, what the fuck's out there? You can go and do that.
Mm-hmm.
So because there is a thing called the frontier planets and there's rings and shit of it. So they're not gonna be like, here's the start of the game. Now you have to go find your main quest somewhere. You know what I mean? It's gonna be guided, which was a big. People were randomly complaining on Twitter that it wasn't guided, for some reason.
You should check that thing I put in the group chat about Netflix making a reality Squid Games.
What the fuck?
Which is just what are you guys? Netflix is on something. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, did Mr. Beast do something like that?
He did, but it's the reality of Squid Games. I mean, they're obviously not going to do it, but the reality of Squid Games implies that people are going to die, which is not which is not great.
I want that to happen. Just kidding.
Unless so it's real life. Yeah, they're going to die. So... Imagine that.
Not awesome stuff. But the show was good. I mean, about what I expected. Like Mike said, or Twan said it, High on Life. That's probably my highlight of the show.
Hands down.
I'm trying to think of what else.
I don't like saying how I like how, but me and Matt was when it's be warned graphic depiction. Oh no. Me and Matt both said oh no at the same time.
I was like, oh god, this is gonna be some real ass shit.
Yeah, it took me a while to even click. Holy shit, they're actually showing this. I saw this is actually real footage. I'm like,
half a mile from my office, and one person's like, yeah, I'm literally in a shelling zone. It's Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
dude. What about you, Ham? What about you? What are your thoughts on the show?
Oh man, I have yet to sleep yet since yesterday.
That's not good.
So I'm really freaking tired right now.
Are we still live or no?
Yeah, we're still live.
All right. Once we're done live, I got to tell you what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, for sure. But that show was kind of what I expected it was. I wish it would have deep dove into a few other games than what they chose for some of them. Like I feel like Grounded, I didn't need to hear about that at all.
Yeah.
I could have did without that. I mean, there's some things I wish I could have traded and moved around. Like I know Matt, you're not a big fan of it, but I wanted to see more of a deep dive of Scorn.
Oh, yeah, that'd been
I wouldn't
interesting.
have minded that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like the aesthetic, but it would have been fine if they did that.
I also would have been okay to see a race behind the like in the cockpit and then also outside the cockpit, I don't know, just a one lap run
Forza Motorsport?
of Forza Motorsport. Yeah.
Yeah, because it'd be nice to even to see.
Oh,
just
yeah, where
to
the
see
fuck
that
was that?
graphic. Yeah, just to see the graphic fidelity in action. Just a nice race, just to see how it.
That would have
runs,
been good.
That would been nice to see. Yeah.
I was.
But let's see. Hot Wheels looks good though. Hot Wheels is another actually
Hot
highlight.
Wheels looks
I mean,
fantastic.
other than that, it was my expectations weren't super high, but I did expect to see something like whoa. The only whoa factor for me was like at the end where
The
I was just
Stalker
kind
2
of like,
stuff. Yeah.
I was like taken back,
Yeah.
like it was just kind of a
Lot to
mixture of
take in.
feelings of me
Yeah.
like being like what the fuck, but proud, but
Yeah.
kind of frustrated and like what the hell is going on. And then after the show's over, Matt's like, there's gonna be a Squid Games, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on in the world right now?
I don't know, dude. I don't fucking
What is
know.
wrong with this world right
I'm not entirely sure, honestly.
Oh my
absolute
goodness.
Nothing good. But yeah, I
A lot of interesting stuff.
I was hoping we'd see. I mean, not even see a Valve, but like hear them talk about it. Yeah,
I just
but
would like to hear anyone just talk about it. Like
yeah, just hear someone say anything about it would be
anything. I'm
nice.
just like, it's just kind of like, and I know I trust Obsidian 100%. It's just kind of being like, yeah, announced in 2020, and it's like it sounds like by the
Yeah.
sounds of it, we might not see it now till next Xbox showcase at all. And it's like everyone's like, well, I thought you guys wanted to see it. It's like, yeah, but like usually what's kind of cool is like the end of these showcases usually kind of like this is the taste of the future. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to see fucking about it. That's all.
I would like to.
That's all I
Maybe the
wanna
Game
see.
Awards. Maybe the Game
Yeah.
Awards. But
That's
you're right.
possible, that's
Probably realistically, if I think at the Game Awards you probably get Hellblade, or
Hellblade as
maybe
well, yeah.
maybe
Hellblade.
Fable. But Hellblade is like seems to be the thing at the Game Awards for them.
Yeah.
So definitely Hellblade, probably, and then maybe Fable.
I really
Maybe
wanna see
Perfect Dark whenever that gets ready to. I mean, not this year,
Mhm.
but maybe
Or the year after.
Yeah,
That'll be
it's
ready
like-
in 7 years.
It's like that's something for the Game
That-
Awards because
yeah, when they're ready to launch the next Xbox console, that's when we're going to see.
Yeah, that'll be a launch. That'll be like a launch exclusive for the next Xbox or something. At this point, but who
The
knows?
launch title.
Who knows? I mean, it was a fine show. There was stuff in there. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to see like actual new gameplay footage of High on Life. I was kind of cool. That was really
Yeah, it was
cool
nice.
of them
It's
to
a nice
do
little
that.
treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also listening to Justin Roiland talk, I can listen to him talk all
Yeah,
day.
he's. Mhm.
So that was nice. Yeah, Stalker 2. We actually got to see footage
You-
of Stalker 2, which is
Yeah.
super dope.
Mhm.
It was a good show. It was good.
It was all right. About what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think it exceeded my expectations, but I don't think it was like bad either because it was it was exactly what a lot of people said. It's going to be a breakdown of several games, and I just wish they would have broke down a couple other games for me to give it a higher grade. But other than that, like I'm not like pissed off that I took time out of my day to check it out.
What do we grade that? Because I'm going with like a out of 10. I'm going with like a 6.57.
Yeah, I was about to say that, like 6.57.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a
Man, I almost
4.
don't even feel. I almost don't even feel comfortable grading it with that ending.
Oh well,
Like,
yeah.
I
Well,
don't
it's
know.
not. We're not grading that ending. That's
Yeah, no, I know,
that's
but
not-
it's weird.
No,
That's
no,
not
for
fair.
me, I'm
No, I know.
giving. I give it a 4 just because there was some moments where I was just like I kind of was exhausted with some of the conversations.
Yeah.
And
I agree
I
with
feel
that.
like I have to be fair with the way I graded like the summer showcase and like the PlayStation like show and whatnot. Like I think I gave the PlayStation show like a 6, and then I gave the Summer Game Fest a 4. Well, I kind of got that same feeling at this second showcase, which to me isn't like the worst thing in the world because their focus wasn't to like show you new games to get you off your feet. This was more of a sit back, relax, and listen to some stuff that you might not know about it
Yeah.
yet. So on an excitement level, I give it a 4 on like that game. That game. I don't know. I should say Stalker might bump it to a 5 just because it was so heart tugging.
Mhm.
So I'm actually going to change it to a 4.5. Just I'm gonna give that extra 0.5 just because they did a good job tugging on the strings and then kind of going into the gameplay when you thought it was just flat out over right after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Mhm.
about you, Mike?
Mike's uncomfortable.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like I don't even know how to like. I mean, it's fine, you guys. I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong. It's like it's a
Well, yeah,
fucking
I'm
show.
not.
Like you have to have thoughts on it.
Let's
But
okay
I don't
for
know.
you.
It's like
Let's say, what do you rate the out of the last part? Because it's not really
okay, out of the last
fine
part,
to rate. Not really
like a
fine to just
6.
rate the last part when that's not something to be rated. I guess.
Yeah. Okay. If we're talking about, I mean, like probably just like a 6 at most. My favorite part
Yeah.
was talking about Starfield and Redfall, and then High on Life, and then all that Hot Wheels stuff,
Hot
and
Wheels is pretty sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
that was kind of it.
I agree.
You know, I kind of wish we, you know, I know like once again, Matt, like we as we talked about before, like the DVR stuff is gonna like be announced in a blog post. I'm really disappointed. We literally heard nothing about that.
Yeah, you're not hearing that here.
Nothing about a new Elite Series controller, even though it's been like what, like
Not
3
hearing that here.
years.
So
And but the thing is, it would have been the
good.
perfect place to, which kind of really sucks. But
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just disappointing that with all these problems, they're just not even talking about it. But they want to remove us uploading to Twitter. I know that's fixed now, but that frustrates the fuck out. That they're like, yeah, our DVR is broken, but how about we take away your ability to upload to Twitter? I can't believe we had to like tell them that's a bad idea. I don't know. That's a different story though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? What about you, Twan?
Yeah, I mean, if they threw in GoldenEye in there, it probably would have bumped it up a bit. But like you said, like around a 6, I would give it, right? But the thing is, like, if it was like if they were hyping this up as like a, you know, like holy shit, this is gonna be a good show, like I probably would have gave it like a 3 or something. But like the thing is, I went in this with low expectations, right? It's like okay, you know, it's gonna be chill, you know, they're gonna talk about shit that we already know. I mean, I could have taken a lot of washing breaks and not have missed anything, you know.
Yeah, always
And
go with
shit.
low
Like,
expectations. Always going with low expectations.
especially with this show, right?
Yes,
Like
definitely.
they yeah, like so like that's why I'm not really let down, but like a 6, right? Because they kind of set it up for it not to be that crazy of a show. So
They did.
yeah,
I think
and then
the Fall Guys had the best trailer there.
Yeah,
Because they did the Halo 3 thing, which is I think was really awesome.
that was cute. That was cute.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the best story for me was probably the
Dust Falls was cool.
High on Life.
Sorry, Brett.
Oh, it does
High
so
on
yeah,
Life
that's kind of
is
interesting in that.
High
That
on Life,
looks
they
like a
showed
sequel like
different
that.
gameplay. The guys were hilarious. They were just weird. Triple eye banger. Like, what was
Yeah.
going on during that? Like that lifted my spirits watching that.
Yes.
So I give that one a lot of praise. As to where what's it called, like Pentiment or something like
Pentiment.
that?
Pentiment.
Yeah, Pentiment and what was the other one? Man, I'm blanking because I'm so freaking tired.
Grounded?
Yeah, Pentiment and Grounded like just kind of made me, I mean, I'm already tired, so it just made me want to go to bed.
I feel that.
I'm not even gonna lie. So like those kind of feelings, those kind of feelings I get really damper my score on stuff like that. And I want to be fair. I don't want to let the last thing that I've seen on there change my score to be like something that it really isn't.
Yeah.
The last thing was heartfelt. I loved it that they like gave perspective to real things going on in the world, and it's like, yo, this is much bigger than video games.
Yes.
It's also
so
affecting
like
a lot of other games, like Replaced, and I think even
Yeah.
it's affecting
Yeah,
Atomic
Replaced
Heart. And
is- Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, I had a lot of respect for that being shown, and that was really cool. But if I were to set that aside completely, I give the whole show kind of a 4, though, to be real. And then with that extra little bit at the end, it's like a little extra credit. The way I kind of look at it, because it's just like, wow, Xbox, you went out of your way. It was like, wow, Xbox, you went out of your way to show something for the people, not just for like gamers, but this is for like people of like the world to check out and be like, yo, like this is rough, this is bad. And then at the end of all that, they showed some gameplay to where it's like, man, these guys are freaking wizards to be working under them circumstances.
It's a lot of pressure, right?
Like some of those people that work there are in the military. Like that's next fucking level. And like,
they're probably
kudos.
learning all this stuff, right? And they're coding at the same time with a gun probably in their hand or something.
Yeah.
Or under their seat or something, you know?
Yeah,
like,
just in close proximity, you know?
Like the amount of what is it called? The amount of stress that you're constantly under. I mean, dude, I get nervous that, you know, I have a gun and I don't have anything going on in the United States or anything like that. And I know where it is at all times. I'm still, you know, like late at night sometimes, when you have that awkward feeling where it's just like, man, something could pop off. Like it feels like something weird. Like I get a weird feeling, but that's like an hourly by the minute like feeling there during broad daylight. I get that feeling only at night when I let my anxiety bother me. But for them, it's not anxiety; it's reality.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, mad respect to Xbox for doing that. That was cool.
And respect to the developers, all the developers. Not just those guys, but dudes on Atomic Heart, on Replaced. I mean, tons more that we just don't even know about. But it's a lot of stuff, and that was a really
Atomic Heart. Those guys are in Russia, though, right?
Yeah, those guys are in Russia.
Yeah.
Replaced, I think, is Replaced in Ukraine or Russia? I'm not.
It was,
sure.
I believe they or Belarus. No, isn't it like? They were. I think they were actually not exactly in the Ukraine, but in Ukraine they're like somewhere else in a place where I believe they were supporting Russia, so they wanted to leave.
Yeah.
But some of their workers were Ukrainian, so they left to go fight.
Yeah,
like
it's rough. That's just rough.
It's just an awful, and you know, and I'm just gonna say the fact that like Putin, it's an actual thing in Russia. If you call it an invasion or a war, you get put into prison. That's not even being made up. That's actually real. I mean, that makes it totally. Oh my god, I can't get into that. It'll piss me off. But
I think we should end the stream on a higher note.
Yeah, like Matt Smells.
And what do we think about? Because it was kind of a week for Xbox. So in general, on the week, how do we feel for Xbox?
Good. I mean, to be honest with you, I definitely feel good. I'm excited for Starfield and Redfall and a bunch of games, but like at the same time, I'm not as super excited for I know there's a lot of cool stuff coming out in the future, but like I just kind of wish we got a little bit more of a taste of that. You know, I don't know. I just kind of wish I saw Contraband or Avowed at some point. Maybe it was another CGI.
You're still missing a lot of stuff, yeah.
You know, there's like a lot of like they have like
Indiana
700
Jones too. So
they have like 700 code name projects, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It is what it is, though. I'm excited, but I'm kind of like, and it's cool they only want to do the next 12 months thing. I totally get it.
That's
But like,
I like the next 12-month thing, and like if they do that without showing stuff way too far in advance, I'm okay with that as long as they keep it consistent. Don't change it up.
Exactly. That's how.
That's the thing, though. Are they actually going to keep it consistent, or is this just kind of a cop out for this year because they know they like really had nothing?
Exactly. That's the thing for me is I'm upset I didn't see Avowed, but in the context of it's only the next 12 months and Avowed's not going to be ready in the next 12 months, I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah, like I'm totally fine with that. I just kind of wish like we could hear somebody like, you know, talk about it, acknowledge it,
and see
instead of through random leaks.
Exactly. The only reason I'm not the only reason I'm not worried is because I don't worry about Obsidian. If there's any
Yeah.
Xbox studio I don't worry about, it's going to be Coalition.
Obsidian.
It's going to be Obsidian.
Oh, sorry.
It's going to be
Id.
God, maybe that might just be it. That really might
Yeah.
just be
Id.
it. It's Coalition, Obsidian. Oh, Id. Good point.
Id's pretty
Machine
good,
games.
yeah.
I don't really worry about
Playground?
machine games. Playground. See, Fable. I'm like
We don't know
not
about Fable yet.
I'm not
We don't-
worried with Fable, but I'm like I'm like intrigued, super interested, more
Yeah.
so than anybody else because Playground's only done.
It's a new thing.
Forza.
It's a new thing for them. Yeah.
Exactly. It's very new, and it's like in a genre that's like I forget. I don't know what the word would be, but it's like very widely known to be a difficult genre to do because it comes
Like
with a lot of
RPG.
bugs, especially in open world RPG,
Yeah.
different elements, branching narratives, probably. So it's like there could be a lot of issues. So we'll see. I trust I mean, I trust Playground, but we'll see. But yeah, Obsidian and Coalition are like the two studios I'm never worried about. Doesn't matter if they show me something or not. I'm not worried about those studios.
343 could be a little inconsistent.
343
know.
can be can be something.
It can be
sometimes.
pretty inconsistent.
But yeah, well,
I trust 343 the most.
right.
343 is like Sonic Team almost.
Oh
That's how I
Right.
look at them.
343 needs honest. Listen, I'll say that, and I'll say this on stream. 343 needs to make a new IP. Like,
Oh,
and
that'd be interesting.
and
Yeah.
I'm not saying they need to have Halo taken away from them, but they need a break from Halo. They need a genuine break. Like once they get this Halo Infinite stuff like fixed up to speed where content's being pushed out, give it to Certain Affinity for I mean, as many years as you want, honestly, and then just make a new game. Make something entirely new to completely detach from the Halo universe. Like I feel like I mean, Certain Affinity I feel like probably gets bought by Microsoft anyway. Once this Activision thing goes through, unless someone buys them before, which I guess could happen, but I don't see why because they're
Yeah,
always
then-
working on Halo anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like I feel like Certain Affinity should be the Halo Infinite team. Like outside of like Joseph Staten coming in to direct campaigns and stuff, I feel like that should be the case and give them a new IP. But you know, this week was good. This week was good for Xbox. Yeah, I mean Starfield looked fantastic. Forza Motorsport looks ridiculous. Hot Wheels DLC. I mean, High on Life. There's like all the third party stuff too, like Wo Long. You're getting God, what's that one game? Flintlock. Flintlock.
I mean,
looked
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
Flintlock.
Yeah, we
dope.
also gotta bring up, Phil Spencer trying to get that Japanese support too, right?
Dude,
With Kojima.
That's something I didn't even bring. Kojima.
even and then Persona,
Persona.
obviously. Like that's
Persona-
huge. Like that is
Persona
huge. I
is
cannot stress that
massive,
enough.
and it's not my type
Like-
of thing. But it's like you just look at the retweets that got. It's like
It was
100K.
trending. Yeah.
It's like 100K likes and
Yeah.
tons and tons of retweets.
It's massive.
It is a huge deal.
And how about in Lo Wang or
Lo
Lo?
Wang,
Yeah, I feel like I'm saying Lil Wayne, but
Because
Lo
it was-
Wang.
the reason why it's so important because even during the Xbox One generation, Japanese studios didn't even bother with Xbox. They're like, screw it, we're
Well,
doing
yeah,
this on
Xbox
PS4,
One was
and
dead
that's
in
it.
Japan. That
Like,
thing
it's
was
They're not even bothering now with Xbox One. It's done.
exactly
There's no point.
Xbox. They're focused entirely on series consoles.
Yeah.
But dude, that stuff I completely forgot about right there. Persona and Kojima and Wo
Yeah.
Lang. That's like huge stuff. People love like underrated, but people love Team Ninja, and I know that game is technically not an Xbox exclusive. It's coming to PS5, but it's like it's big to see that debuted at an Xbox show. Like that's a very big deal for Xbox. So I feel like they kind of nailed it this weekend. I mean, especially with the messaging of the next 12 months, I feel like they nailed it. I feel like they did everything they could. You know, maybe Avowed shows up at the Game Awards, maybe Hellblade does, but this week they nailed
Both.
it. Yeah, I hope so. That'd be amazing. I would love that. But yeah, anybody got anything else to say before I close this out?
No,
No,
I
think
kind of got to get running. So
Yeah.
All right. All right, Mike.
So I'd
close
rather
this
Thank
out.
you all for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, thank everybody
thank you.
for tuning in. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the stream, and we will see you next or this Sunday, I guess.
That's